look on the highlights of the first of the Benson Hedges World Series Cup games at the MCG. This game between Australia and South Africa, and it's one everyone has been looking forward to for some considerable time. Good conditions, but perhaps a little bit on the hot side. A hot northerly blowing and a temperature forecast of around about 32 degrees. And the Australians won the toss and decided to bat, and these were the teams announced by the skippers. Alan Border as skipper, then Mark Taylor, Michael Slater, Mark Waugh, David Boone and Steve Waugh, Ian Healy, Craig McDermott, Paul Rifle, and Shane Warne is playing. Tim May was supposed to play, but he tore a hamstring at practice yesterday, and Warne has come into the side. Glenn McGrath is there as well, and Matthew Hayden, the young Queenslander, is 12th man. For the South Africans, Kepler Wessels skipper, Andrew Hudson, Hansie Cronje, Darryl Cullinan, Jonty Rhodes, Dave Callaghan, David Richardson, Pat Simcox, Richard Snell, Fani de Villiers, Alan Donald, and Craig Matthews is the 12th man. We join play now in the 4th over. No wicket for 4 is the score. Fani de Villiers is bowling and Slater is taking strike. And in the commentary box, Bill Laurie and Tony Gregg.
So there he is, Fani de Villiers.
Nice glance by Slater. Up the mark. Got him. Yes, caught behind. Surely, big noise there. Bill Sheehan says no. That looked to be a nick to me. Umpire Bill Sheehan officiating at the outer end. That must have been very close. I thought I almost heard a noise from here.
It wasn't close. It was out. It was a huge edge.
Wonderful atmosphere. A big occasion for both teams. It's Donald from the members' end. Good shot. Finds the gap off the back foot. Hits the sand. Slows down. They should run at least 3. Johnny Rhodes, the fieldsman. Relay throw, 3 runs. Fine shot from Mark Taylor. No ball, and he's whacked that. That's the first 4. Beautiful pull shot. Smash that. Misfield. Poorly fielded. 4 runs. He's looking at the sand. He never looked like getting that dive over the ball. Good shot.
From the members' end, Michael Slater takes strike. Good shot. Well, it's all starting to move along now for the Australians. Plenty of excitement out there, and that's one of the rare boundaries you'll see today. Beautifully timed. It's run away towards the members' end and into the gutter here at the MCG. And the new bowler is going to be Richard Snell. He's going to take over from Donald at the members' end. Slater is having the time of his life out there. 44 and 11 for Australia. That's a good shot. It's got caught up in a bit of the grass and sand there, but it's still going to go for 4.
These matches, first couple of overs are expensive. Richard Snell will be really feeling the pressure at the moment.
We're feeling it a bit more after that. It's not going to go for 4. Simcox is after it. Pick up 2, and that is a very good innings. A half century out of a total of 62. Brilliant.
Don't see them much better than that.
He's given that a bit. Straight over the top. What a shot. He has picked that up and smashed it away over extra cover, just to say good afternoon, Mr. Cronje.
There's the century for Australia. Coming in the 20th over. That's a magnificent scoring rate. There's some wide open spaces here at the MCG, and Michael Slater is finding most of them. It's none for 104. And taken. What a very good catch that is. The ball was hit hard by Michael Slater. Pat Simcox didn't quite get it at the first grab, but he slowed it enough and kept his eye on the ball, and that ends a magnificent innings. Jonty, and he's hit him. David Boone, it's close, and umpire Bill Sheehan has called for the videotape replay.
Just looking here from side on David Boone, not all that keen to hang around, and that is out.
New batsman at the crease at one end, Mark Taylor. Bowled, yes, there's 3 out. What an action-packed session this is. Inside edge onto the stumps, and listen to the roar of 50,000 Victorians. South Africa hit back, 3 for 106. Charge could be out, gone down his throat, didn't time that one. That's a miscue, good bowling, good captaincy. He was prepared to keep the fieldsman up inside the circle, and the 4th wicket is down at the Melbourne Cricket Ground for 119.
It's a good shot from Stephen Waugh. He's got it through the field, straight down the ground. Will that get to the fence? If it does, it's beautiful timing. In the air and dropped. Well, it would have been a little gem of a catch, but Border survives. Bowled him, neck and crop. Border trying to give that a bit of room to get it away on the offside. Has been comprehensively bowled, and he's not too happy about it. Trying to make a little bit of room there to get himself another single.
Waugh will have to be back quick, and he's not quick enough to beat Jonty. He's done it again, 2 out of 2. That's got to be close if it hit the pad. Shane Warne must have got a bit of bat on it. Good change of pace, and someone's in trouble, and it's going to be Shane Warne.
Big appeal there, and he's given him out LBW. That looked to me as if it may just have been sneaking down the leg side. However, he was on the back foot. Rifle out bien voor pakkies. As Bill Laurie pointed out, he really can hit some very good straight hits. And that went over the top of middle. Is he out? Yes, caught behind. A big nick on that one, trying again to run that one down through the vacant slip cordon. McDermott has nicked it, and he's been out, caught behind. Facing De Villiers. He's bowled him!
189 all out. Slater, 73 from 69 balls, and the only partnership worthwhile, except for the opening stand, was Steve Waugh and Border, who made 32 from 49 balls. The bowling figures for the South Africans, that is a great performance. 190 needed by the South Africans now. The asking rate 3.8 per over. Taylor, good catch. Hudson goes. McDermott has struck.
Oh, that's a good shot. He's really hammered that one. It's gone over the top. A little bit uppishly hit, but I think that he's got the message. Oh, that's a good shot. A little bit short, and straight away Cronje onto the back foot, getting it away in a similar fashion.
That's more like the Kepler Vessels. That'll get a different reaction on his dial. Second boundary in the over for Vessels.
See that in the air, no ball, goes all the way for 4.
To the same point. Good shot. Hit that brilliantly. Well, that's well bowled by McDermott. The Australians had to get a break through. They've achieved it now. That's nicely struck. Very good stroke. Good footwork. We've seen a few during this summer so far against New Zealand, but none better than that, I think.
It's getting a pretty tight situation here. In comes McGrath. Oh, half a chance, races away, down to the long off fence for 4. Well struck, good, powerful blow. Cronje on strike on 88. Good hit, get through the gap again. This will at least tie the score. In fact, you come back for 3. That's it. What a good performance.
That was a great performance from the South Africans. They finished up with 3 for 190. That's their card, with 70 for Kepler Wessels and 91 not out for Hansie Cronje. The bowling figures for Australia, McDermott was outstanding. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 31. And Shane Warne bowled pretty well as the replacement for Tim May in this Australian side. 10 overs, no maiden, and 1 for 43. Welcome to the highlights of this Benson Hedges World Series game between Australia and New Zealand at the Adelaide Oval. It's the second of the double-header games, and yesterday's between South Africa and New Zealand was entirely washed out, each team taking 1 point. Good conditions today, absolutely ideal, and a big crowd in, and these are the teams nominated by the skippers at the toss. The Australians have made one big change. Matthew Hayden comes in at the top of the order there with Michael Slater. Mark Taylor is the 12th man, and the New Zealanders, well, they have some changes there. There's Rutherford and Young, and Rod Latham is over from New Zealand, Mark Greatbatch, Chris Cairns, Chris Harris, Tony Blaine, Deepak Patel, Gavin Larston has flown over, and so too has Chris Pringle. Danny Morrison is in the side, and Shane Thompson is the 12th man. We join them now in the 4th over. They've only made 1 run so far, and Glenn McGrath is the bowler coming in to bowl to Young. Your commentators are Bill Laurie and Tony Gregg.
That one nicely off his hip down to fine leg. He slips over, so it's not going well for New Zealand here. He just cannot afford to give away runs in a limit over game. Gone, yes, he finally faked the shot, and that Mark Waugh, he makes it look so easy. That was flying. He just moved away to his right and took it up a tree. It was a beautiful catch.
Was it ever? He's got magnificent hands, Mark Waugh.
Shot. First militant stroke of the morning, and it's 1 for 19.
If he's slipping a little bit, he could probably do with full spikes. Fine shot. Lovely shot there by Brian Young.
In the air, and McDermott is the man. Brilliantly done. Or is it Rifle? That's a good stroke. It's the sort of shot we've been used to associating with Mark Greatbatch, and it'll save the fielder running too fast.
Oh, well bowled. Good Yorker there from Rifle, and Brian Young got his feet in a real tangle.
Shane Warne right arm over the wicket, leg spinner. Out, straight to border, beautifully bowled. Cairns charged the leggy, beaten by the flight, straight to Alan Border. Superb cricket, Australia, 4 for 104. Tripper got him. Yes, he picked it. Didn't pick it, he picked it from here through Greatbatch, the pull shot. That is superb bowling. This is a big confidence builder for Shane Warne in the one-day internationals. That's the fight. How was that? Can you believe that? That is kindergarten stuff. He threw it up and he chipped it straight back to him, and Cairns departs for 4 at 6 for 112. Beautifully bowled.
It's a very fine performance. And
Got
that
it.
is a great delivery.
Caught behind, a big edge there, the wide ball. I don't think that did that much. He just pushed it defensively outside off stump. There may have been a little bit of movement. Warne continuing, 3 for 24 his figures. Larson on strike. It's in the air, down the ground. This will be out. Caught, yes, no problems. Caught down there. It's Rifle who comes running across to his left and takes the catch. No trouble at all. It's very difficult to hit sixes down the ground here.
He's certainly done Alan Border a very, very good service.
That's a fantastic shot. Got that one away right off the meat of the bat into the gap at extra cover. In the air, and this will be out too. Who's calling for it? Alan Border, yes, he's got him. So McGrath has struck as well. That's his 3rd wicket. Pringle out. Port trying to smash that one down the ground.
He's gone. That's it. All over Red Rover. All out to 135. McGrath gets 4. A very good effort. He bowled very well in his first ball. He's come back and picked up 2 more. So the youngsters, McGrath and Warne, knocking over New Zealand for a very low total on a good batting wicket.
That was a marvellous performance from the Australians, led by Alan Border. They fielded brilliantly and bowled very well. For New Zealand, almost a disaster. This is the way their card looked. 135. They couldn't even bat out their full 50 overs, and only 4 of them there, plus extras, have reached double figures. They had no answer to the Australians. The bowling figures for Australia, absolutely sensational. Craig McDermott, 10 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 15, bowled brilliantly. And Shane Warne down the bottom, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 4 for 25.
Australia none for 8 after 4. It's nicely played. Short boundary on the sides here at the Adelaide Oval. Slater taking advantage of that. Shout from behind the wicket, and he's been given. Michael Slater has been adjudged LBW by the left-handed umpire Sheehan.
Precise, concise, and audible calling from these two already.
And Morrison should know better.
But that's not so good bowling, drifting into Matthew Hayden's legs.
Chris Cairns about to take up the attack to replace Danny Morrison. That's a great shot. So elegant. Oh, that's a beautiful stroke again. He is perfection on anything around about the off stump. Strokes it away through the covers, and now he's gone through a misunderstanding, and Mark Waugh is making a very sad way home.
Well, that may make you feel a little bit better about the situation. Big gap between mid-on and square leg. That's the gap David Boone was aiming for.
In the air, but just finding the gap and the fence. It's 2 for 80.
An easy job in front of us. No more run-outs.
Once again, Boone finding the gap beautifully. 2 boundaries and successive hits from Boone.
Beautifully played through extra, or just through cover point. Gives Matthew Hayden his 50. His first 50 in limited overs internationals. He played in the Texacos over in England in the Ashes Tour. About a half-century for him here at the Adelaide Oval. David Boone is just 2 away from his half-century. So this would be a productive partnership, and a good personal one for both Boone and Matthew Hayden, who picks those up. This is Chris Cairns. And that'll be it. David Boone just getting there as the scores come level. 50 to the Tasmanian. Just with a foot on their throat all the way through the innings. And that is the winning run. David Boone has stroked it away through mid-on. That's a big win for the Australians, 2 for 136, and with 67 balls to spare. An excellent partnership between Hayden, the even half-century from 98, and David Boone, 51 from 90. 2 for 136 in 38.5. And the bowling figures, New Zealand had nothing at which to bowl. 135 was the target, and that is not many in limited overs cricket on a good pitch. These are the teams announced by the 2 skippers at the toss, Alan Border and Mark Taylor. Taylor comes back into the side, having been 12th man down in Adelaide. Then the slate of the Waugh brothers, Boone, Healy, McDermott, Rifle, Warne, McGrath. Tim May is still out of the side, and Matthew Hayden has been made 12th man after his half-century in the second game of that double-header in Adelaide. The South Africans, there are changes in their side. Kepler Wessels, the skipper, then Andrew Hudson, Gary Kirsten comes in, Hansie Cronje, that very good all-rounder, Darryl Cullinan, Jonty Rhodes, David Richardson, the keeper, then Richard Snell, Craig Matthews in the side here at the SCG. Fani de Villiers, Alan Donald and Dave Callaghan is the 12th man.
Good shot again. Slater latching onto that one. It's running it way down to that long boundary again, way down to that area in front of the ladies' stand. Back they come for 4. That's good running.
And he's gone straight to Jonty, coming off the probably the shoulder of the bat, I would think. Michael Slater coming forward to a ball that bounced on him. Probably a delivery that he, if he looks at it again, he would have felt that he should have played back to. Taylor looking for 2. That's a good piece of fielding, a great piece of fielding. And the umpire, Parker, has called for the videotape replay, but Farney de Villiers is the man down there, one-hand pickup, and Mark Taylor's not even hanging around for the replay. Nicked, and David Boone is out, surely. Another shout, and this time umpire Hare gives David Boone. So Matthews has got the right result. It just took him a little longer.
Yes, it certainly was a magnificent delivery, and very woody again was that one.
Oh, good shot. That's the long side. The pitch is way over on the eastern side, but it'll still beat the 2 fielders into the boundary.
On the air, coming into the attack from the members' end. It's been a good battle here. Nick, and what a catch! That is a gem, inside edge. Richardson diving away the wrong way. That's superb wicket keeping. And that's why he's decided to do that. All those years of experience coming to the forefront. 4 runs.
In the air, and this will be out. Border's got him. Yes, he's out caught. Well, I think Kepler-Wessels has got his man placed perfectly there for Border. Got him in at least 20 metres off the fence. Oh, he's hit that in the air, and it's out. Yes, he's got him. Once again, right off the meat of the bat, but straight down towards deep mid-wicket. And so that's the end of Mark Waugh.
Well, could have been worse for Australia.
Yes, that was a definite chance. There's a lot of movement in this wicket. That's a good shot. It's gone flying away towards square on the boundary. The sweeper's back there. Back they come for the second. As well, that's in the air, and that's 4. So that's the 5th boundary of the innings, right off the meat of the bat. Well, good shot. Away she goes again, and that's into the fence. I tell you what, Richards, you fast bowlers stick together, don't you? Those are wrong offs. Over number 47. Now Healy's cashing in. He's smashed that one through the gap. Running away down towards the wide mid-on boundary. Won't quite get there. Healy back for the 3rd. 14 runs from the over, and the old Aussie flags come out at last. 6 for 145. In the air and down towards square leg. Will he cut it off? Yes, he will. Oh, he's missed it. That is dreadful.
Donald to bowl to Healy.
Oh, and that'll be 4. It's gone off the inside edge. That time, Richardson couldn't get there, and it's flying down towards the boundary. Donald, I reckon it's not his day, is it? Oh, he's hit this in the air. This has got to be out caught. They're coming around there. Callahan doesn't want it. He's left it. And Hansi Cronje running around, making the catch. No trouble at all. Little flick there with a foot. And that's the end of a good innings. A good one from Healy.
Sean Warne could be a big threat more so in the Test series for South Africa.
Could he ever? He could do some bowling the other day as well. That's a slow one. He's hit that and he's gone. First ball straight down Point's throat. Cullinan taking a catch there. That one was flayed away. Really had no option. He had to go for it. He's got that away down towards square leg. This is another boundary for Rifle. He's having a ball out there. Oh, and he's hit that one straight to extra cover, and that's it. So Hansi Cronje taking the catch there, and that is the end of the Australian innings.
Well, that's a little better than the Australians might have expected at one stage. 160 we were talking about at the halfway mark, and they finished with 9 for 172. Full 50 overs, that's a plus mark for them. They managed to get through to that, but that pitch was very, very difficult for the batsman. The bowling figures for South Africa, well, that just shows how difficult it was out there. Donald 1 for 49. De Villiers 3 for 37, looks a good cricketer. 3 for 23 for Craig Matthews, bowled very well indeed, got plenty of lift out there. Snell none for 44 and Cronje 1 for 14. Around and safely taken. Now, no sign from the umpire, so it was a legitimate delivery. Hudson's giving it the look around. He's gone. Caught away down at deep fine leg of Craig McDermott.
Bad start for South Africa. They're 1 for none.
Safely away over gully. Nicely played. Did that quite deliberately.
Mid-on and mid-off had very little work for the South Africans in the field. And now mid-off gets some work. It's the same man though. Michael Slater's got the chase, but I think he can give it away.
Got him, caught behind, big nick, no trouble. McGrath has struck, not before time either. He's gone past the outside edge so many times. And that time it hit the edge. So Kirsten is out for 4. Oh, that would have been quite close. Yes, he's given him, he's gone. Wessels cannot believe it. He's thrown his head back and glared down the wicket at the umpire, shake of the head. I wonder if he got a bit of bat to that one.
And well caught. Steve Waugh in the gully takes a good catch. So the Australians bowling well and the fieldsmen backing up the bowlers. It'll be a boundary. And a much needed one. Edged and keeper to keeper. Richardson nicking it straight to Ian Healy. And he's knocked him right over. Paul Rifle getting one right through the defence of Snell. So the woes for South Africa continue.
That's well struck. Cronje finding the gap at cover. And like Mark Waugh in the top order for Australia, looks a class act. Beautiful bowling, got him. The outswinger, a faint edge. Angie Cronje, the mainstay, gone. A little bit disappointed with that. It seemed to be an edge to me, and it's fine bowling by Paul Rifle. The outswinger working beautifully.
Out. Steve Waugh has picked up the wicket. It is now 8 for 65. The commentary box is Geoffrey Lawson, and as distinct from over to you, Richie, and literary treats, it's over to you, Ian.
And a little more outswing. Shot at the stumps, and there's a question asked. That's out. Darryl Hare doesn't need the video replay. Super Visa fielding and Paul Rifle, you just can't keep him out of this match. This is Paul Rifle's night.
And he's gone. Steve Waugh finishes the innings by knocking off stump right out of the ground.
That is a disaster for South Africa. They lasted only 28 overs, all out for 69. The Australians won by 103 runs, and the top score for the South Africans was 20 from Hansi Cronje. 69 all out. And the Australian bowling figures, well, they're reflected in that. 4 for 13 from 8 overs and 4 maidens for Paul Rifle. Man of the match, incidentally. These are the teams for this competitive match. The Australians, Alan Border, Mark Taylor, Matthew Hayden, Mark Waugh, David Boone, Steve Waugh, Ian Healy, Paul Rifle, Shane Warne and Tim May, both in the side. Craig McDermott and Michael Slater is the 12th man for Australia. The New Zealanders, well, they've made changes. There's Rutherford and Young, then Latham, Greatbatch, Cairns and Shane Thompson, who used to be a medium pacer but is now an off-spinner, is in the side. Tony Blaine, Gavin Larson, then Pringle, Morrison, de Groen, and Harris is the 12th man.
In the air and gone straight to mid-wicket. And so the New Zealanders have struck, and have a look at them, they're jumping up and down. Cairns has taken the catch. Hayden, having faced 18 balls, has knocked one straight to white mid-on. And so he's on his way.
Here's Chris Pringle. That is not going to please Ken Rutherford, because it is diametrically opposed to what he's asked for.
That's beautiful hit. Clean as a whistle, straight down the ground. Beautifully played, wafted on drive. That's out. And he does that. How often does he do that? Captain Rutherford takes the catch. Mark Ward appeared in full control, as was the case against South Africa. He hit it straight to the fieldsman, trying to hit it over mid-off.
The Taylor on 49. Got that away. That'll be 50. So Taylor taking just 92 balls to first up his 50. In the air, and it's gone. Straight down, backward square legs throw. David Boone realising that he had to go for it there, deciding to hit it over the top, didn't quite get there, and Morrison down there makes the catch.
That's a good shot. At the end of the over, it's 3 for 156.
Mickey Ritchie, 5 overs to go. That's well struck. That may beat the man. Yes, 4 runs. So the brilliant all-rounder Stephen Waugh lifting the run rate with 2 good boundaries, 1 over, 1 off. That one just wide of the man at mid-wicket. Beautifully struck. That's a better one. He gets 4 more maybe, running down the hill, an inside edge. There she goes. That's 8 off 2 deliveries. Full toss. Well fielded. Slow, out.
Well done.
Missed the bars the first time. No, he got there. I think he missed the bars. He's called for the replay, but you'll find that the bowler missed with the first thrust at the stumps and went for the second one. Not out. He's chipped that in the air. He's got to be out. Surely they're coming for it. Harris, the wicketkeeper's going to be muck up. No, the wicketkeeper, Blaine, takes the catch. That's the end. There was almost a collision. Harris was coming. Blaine was coming. Taylor chipped it in the air, and at the end, the wicketkeeper, Tony Blaine, took the catch. Chips it safely. So we only go for 1 here. And Steve Waugh, has he broken down?
Might have pulled a hamstring for Steve Waugh, and that could be a bit of a blow for Australia, not only in the batting at the moment, but he could be a very important bowler later in the match.
He's going off retired hurt. Alan Border's waving heavily on. Steve Waugh's going to retire hurt. And that's a blow for Australia. Steve Waugh on 25, Border on 2. Pringle. Border crunches that. That may go. Here comes the fieldsman. It's going to be a photo finish. Good save. So they run 3. Every run's so important. Pringle. Here we are swinging a miss. Border's coming. Throw to the other end. Wrong end. They'll be through for a bye. Photo finish, says umpire Len King. Can you believe that? The underarm throw and Len King at square leg off the final delivery calls for the camera. Let's have a look at that again. There's the... Here comes, says Border. And he's gone. Goodbye, Mr. Border.
5 for 202. It's a real struggle out there, and full marks to the New Zealanders, who did a terrific job, I thought. Ken Rutherford had them well organised. They bowled well with a good line and length, and that is the result. Alan Border run out for 9 off the last ball, and Healy unbeaten on 5. 5 for 202. New Zealand bowling, well, they got away with Larson there, 10 overs for 57, the Australians. De Groen, 2 for 40, did very well. They were after him as well and couldn't manage to get him. 1 for 33 for Cairns. Danny Morrison didn't bowl again after his 7 overs for 17, and Pringle, 9 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 26.
That's the view from the camera, down the wicket. Nice flat surface. Off the pad, and he's given him out. Straight away, the Australians strike. McDermott once again into the action, quick as a flash. And have a look at that. Pats on the back all round. Got him, yes. Well, that's a good shot. He's got that one away beautifully, and it's screaming across the outfield. That is well timed. Into the fence it goes. He's got that one away fine. Will this run away to the boundary? It's flying away down there. Will it get there? Yes, another 4 to New Zealand.
It's very positive in his attitude to the players and the media. Good shot. That's over the top. That's the way to play. Take a chance early on. That's going to race down the hill for 4. Rutherford leading from the front. Good shot. Beautifully hit. Lovely on drive. That's a confidence builder for Rod Latham in New Zealand. That's a glorious stroke. Super shot. Over the top goes the captain. This will go all the way. New Zealand lifting the run rate at the right time.
That could be out. Oh, he's fallen. Not quite at the last hurdle, but very, very close to it, Michael Slater. Tim May, I suspect, doesn't know whether to laugh or cry, but there might be a tear or two there. Latham, 23. He's finding a bit of form, Rod Latham. Rutherford taking a strike, but that should be out this time. Rutherford. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. And there is a soft dismissal. Mark Waugh has broken through just when Rutherford and Latham were looking very, very dangerous. A bottom edge from Ken Rutherford, attempting the cut. That's the sort of thing I mean from Great Batch. If he can get cracking very quickly, then New Zealand will be in with a big chance here. Slowly but surely, the score ticking up now, 2 for 99.
Oh, got him! Beautiful work, Healy. Superb wicket keeping and beautifully bowled.
Desperate effort there. Latham groping away to try and cover the spin. Just stretches his foot just outside the crease. And in a flash, Healy's got the bails off.
Gone, surely gone. Yes, caught behind, beautifully bowled. You can hear the nick from here. Warren turning it on for the fans here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in superb touch.
Man out at long on, but he needs to be 25 seats back.
Oh, that's well hit. Just with a flick of the wrists. That's an educated edge.
No, Justice is the first time McDermott has got his Yorker exactly where he wants it.
It's quite well hit by Shane Thompson. Quite a powerful young man. That's a good shot.
Get him off and try and capitalise on the medium paces.
Oh, he's got him. Yes, he has. He's given him LBW. He can't believe it. But he asked for a bit of trouble there. He was walking down the wicket.
Pitching about middle. Possibly hitting leg.
Good shot. Beautifully played. That's screaming across the grass there and into the fence it goes for 4. Well, that's as well a hit cover drive as we've seen today. Well, this has got him, yeah, straight to border. He doesn't drop him. It went to him like a rocket, and Shane Warne once again into the action. Oh, and a flipper there. First ball, and oh, there's a mix-up, and there's hit the stumps. Oh, yes, we want to replay. Let's have another look at it.
Flipper, flipper, flipper. That's what was coming. There's a big mix-up then with the running. Alan Border throwing at the stumps.
That's the green light, and the boys aren't happy out there.
Evan Larson keeping good count. 1 to go. Boundary would be nice.
Over the top and into the gap. That's running away. It slows up a bit when it bounces, but it's got there. 4 runs. 13 runs off that over. A really good one for New Zealand.
They're giving themselves a realistic chance now of actually pulling it off.
Kevin Larson on strike. Fouled him. Swell delivery. Beautiful delivery from Mark Waugh. And that could be the end for New Zealand. Right on line for the second time tonight. He hits the stumps. Thompson on strike. McDermott, good ball. He's got it. It's in the air. Border's getting under it. He's got a safe pair of hands. Back he goes. Yes. Good catch under pressure by the Australian skipper. Beautifully judged. Running back not with the ball, running backwards. Into the lights it went. McDermott rolled the right ball, the end of a fine innings from Shane Thompson, out for 42, and that could be the end for New Zealand. Well, he's got a neck and it's over cover, but just a single. They may come back for the second on Boone's arm. He's coming back. He's got to be gone if the throw's good. He's gone, surely. Yes, good throw, Boone. Under pressure. It was worth the try. About half a metre short. Richard de Groen on strike. Charge. Gets the bat on, go for two here. Two balls remaining. Overthrow. Oh, mix out. He's gone. That's the end. A tragic run out. It's all over. He says, what's going on here, the batsman, but surely that's out. He's claiming he didn't take the bars off. He's grabbed the ball. The stumps, not out. Yes, so that was very interesting. What did McDermott do there? I didn't see that, I must admit. He must have pulled the stump out before he knocked the bars off. Sure, an experienced cricketer wouldn't do that.
He didn't break the wicket.
He's knocked the bail off first before hitting it with the ball. Fifth Australia will be, and Danny Morrison's on strike.
Where's the underarm, Bill? Where's the underarm?
Oh dear. What if he hits it? He's hit it. It's gone out to Boone. They'll run two. So Australia win by 4 runs. They had a very good match and played very good spirits in front of a happy crowd here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
A very good win for the Australians there by just 3 runs, and a very good match as well. Young out early on, having faced 3 balls. But I thought the batting of the innings was from Shane Thompson, who's made himself into an off-spinning all-rounder, 42 from 41 balls faced. In the end, just a little bit too much for the New Zealanders, and that's all reflected in the bowling figures for the Australians. Shane Warne, who's man of the match, 10 overs, 1 maiden, and 4 for 19. A terrific performance from him. Just a wonderful exhibition of leg spin bowling from Shane Warne. So the two teams, vital components of this particular contest, with New Zealand, Ken Rutherford the skipper, then young Latham, great batch Cairns, Shane Thompson, who did very well in the game at the MCG on Thursday, Blaine Larson, Deepak Patel is in the side, Pringle, Morrison and Richard de Groen is 12th man. So they're playing spin there. And the South Africans, well, they've made changes also. Problems there for Kepler Wessels. They've left out Alan Donald. They say they want to keep him for the Test match. He's 12th man in this game. Wessels himself, then Hudson, Kirsten, Cronje, Cullinan, Callaghan, Richardson, Simcox is in the side, the off-spinner. They're anticipating a little bit of turn here. Then Richard Snell, Craig Matthews and Fani de Villiers with Donald as 12th man.
It's a good shot. Timed up nicely. The outfield's fast. A good diving effort, but still 4 runs. That region there. He's gone. That's where he's poor. He plays there away from his body. Pringle breaks through. Excellent piece of bowling.
In the air, he's got him. Holy doly, they've caught one. That's gone straight to slip, and the New Zealanders, having had a nightmare, especially here, have latched onto a low catch there. It was a pretty straightforward one, went very slowly, but they've rectified that little problem. Have another look.
Just spare a thought while you're looking for Danny Morrison.
Big shout, and Kepler Wessels is out now, caught by keeper Blaine. Not so well hit by Cronje, Danny Morrison, and he's taken the high catch. So New Zealand well and truly on top at the moment.
Well, Danny Morrison's not having much luck with the ball when he's bowling it. That was a very, very good catch, and that may well be a vital one.
It's a nice cover drive, probably the best shot of the morning. They go all the way, beautifully timed.
Whatever you see a young player do once, you know he can do it again.
Got him. That's beautifully bowled. South Africa in a hole here at Bellerive. Good wicket keeping. Poorly played, didn't use the feet. The bat was just angled out there. Another breakthrough by Rutherford. New Zealand on fire.
Well,
It's played away over the top and is going for 4. It's a minor miracle. Pringle continuing. Oh, he's bowled in! Right up in the block hole, trying to whip it away to mid-wicket, playing right across the line, and the end result of that is the middle stump has been knocked over. Callaghan out for 25, having faced 60 balls.
Took the gap quite nicely there, and the timing's good. Chance here for the keeper, Tony Blaine. It's a skyer, all right, and it must have been wobbling around a bit up there because Tony Blaine had his problems with it, but the important thing is that it stuck firmly in the gloves.
Yes, he made an easy chance look quite difficult. Simcox is gone. He's had to get on with it, of course, and in doing so, you take risks, and that stayed up in the air a long, long time.
Thick outside edge on that one, but it's done the job. It's gone high, but it's also found the gap between 3 fielders. And it's a pretty useful 9-iron as well, with backspin. It's well bowled. So the New Zealanders have only conceded 147 off 50 overs.
I can hardly believe the scorecard produced there by the South Africans. New Zealand played wonderfully well. The bowling was excellent, the fielding brilliant. 7 for 147 from full 50 overs. That is very ordinary. The New Zealand bowlers, they were held together well by Rutherford. He did a great job. Pringle, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 28. Morrison, none for 32. Larson did well, 10 overs, 5 maidens, 2 for 12. 1 for 27 for Cairns, none for 25 for Patel. And Shane Thompson, 5 overs, no maiden, and 1 for 19.
That's well hit. Square drive brings up the first boundary for New Zealand. South Africa only hit 5 in their full 50 overs. That's nicely hit. Once again, getting the ball into the gap. Nothing wrong with the new bat.
Here's Matthews. Now he's got that one, though. He kept the Vessels with a very, very safe pair of hands. Latham has gone. And Matthews, who looked pretty good, he looks a real hard worker and good operator, has picked up the first wicket. And that is a fine stroke. Good stroke. That's the fast side of the ground. That's the sort of shot New Zealand need. They just need to take command out there.
Oh, that's a brilliant shot. Superbly timed. Oh, run out. This could be the turning point in the match. That's disastrous. Rutherford run out. It was his call. Young didn't respond. There probably was one there. And that's what South Africa needed.
Not too hot, not too cool. And I'll probably respond to that. That's a super shot from Mark. Great catch.
Oh, and that's got to be close. He's asked for a replay. Let's have a look at it. He's called for the replay. And there the other angle is. When does the wicket break? Let's have a look. The stump is broken there, and he is just short. So I suspect we'll see the red light. Yes, there she goes. The South Africans are happy. So that's through the offside, and that'll go to the boundary for 4. That's a lovely shot. Just leant back there, hit that through the cover field, and so 4 for that one. New Zealand move on to 3 for 81.
It's a fine shot. He'll bring up his 6th boundary. Beautifully placed. It's another 4. That's a better shot. That's in front of point. Beautifully played. Just a bit of width from Matthews, and he punched it beautifully. That's Kai Shaw. He's gone. Yes, plumb in front. Good bowling. Good hit back by Matthews there. 2 boundaries off the over. And Young's out for 74.
Well, that's a lovely shot. And New Zealand have been able to find the boundary much more regularly than the South African batsmen.
After the preliminary rounds, it's net run rate that decides the teams that go into the final. And maybe with the game very secure, almost in the bag. Oh, and as we speak, Craig Matthews strikes. Sean Thompson, the man to go. He may have played that one on.
Barney de Villiers now bowling at the river end. That's hit pretty well. Chris Cairns once again giving himself a little bit of room. That's allowed him to whack it over cover. It's 5 for 140. And taken by the keeper. A thick outside edge there from Tony Blaine. So Craig Matthews is doing a terrific job here for his captain. That's his best bowling performance in a one-day international.
The Wessel still hasn't made too many concessions to an attacking field. He's just got a very short cover, only about 6 or 7 metres from the bat.
Long chase there for Farney. And he just cuts it off thanks to the dive. And New Zealand need 3 more runs for victory. And that's called a no ball by umpire Davis. And he finishes it with 2 sundries.
That was a good performance from New Zealand. 1 or 2 tremors there towards the end, but 6 for 148 gave them victory with 35 balls to spare. Bowling figures for South Africa, an outstanding effort from Craig Matthews, 10 overs, 1 maiden, and 4 for 38. The teams, the New Zealanders first with Ken Rutherford, the skipper, and Brian Young and Rod Latham, then Andrew Jones, who's back from domestic duties in New Zealand, then Mark Greatbatch, Chris Cairns, very good all-round cricketer Cairns, and so too is Shane Thompson, Tony Blaine, Gavin Larson, then Pringle and de Groen with Chris Harris as the 12th man. And the South Africans, fresh from their win over Australia in the Test match at the SCG, Hansie Cronje, the skipper, Andrew Hudson, Peter Kirsten, who flew out from South Africa to replace Kepler Wessels. He goes straight into the side. Darryl Cullinan, who's having a tough trot at the moment. Jonty Rhodes, 76 in the Test match and in brilliant form. Then Errol Stewart, Brian McMillan, Pat Simcox, Matthews, de Villiers and Donald, and Richard Snell is the 12th man.
Oh, that's well played. Jonty Rhodes dived away, couldn't get hold of it, and it's over the rope. This is Alan Donald. Oh, what a shot. Beautifully played outside the off stump there, on the back foot, on the up, and that'll go for 4-2. That really was a magnificent back foot drive.
Out, yes, gone, straight to slip. McMillan wouldn't miss that, and Donald strikes Latham out. Very good line. The first wicket falls. That's 1 for 33. What a good start. He's worked away to 4. Leg glance, a bit of pat as well.
And that's gone. Peter Kirsten, the man who has just flown in, getting a very simple catch there as Jones mistimed his attempted drive.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good shot. That'll bring up a boundary, and that'll lead to frustration for the bowler. That's a beautifully timed shot. Brings up the 50 for New Zealand. It's 2 for 52. Ken Rutherford on 1, having just faced the 1 ball. He'll be on strike with Brian McMillan operating from the Stanley Street end. He's got him. The off cutter, inside edge onto the stumps, and a very disappointed Ken Rutherford leaves the Gabba.
And another one. This time it's Brian Young. Just a sharp catch there to slip. Darryl Cullinan is the man.
It's well bowled, and they got one here, and just missed. In the air, out. Straight to cover. Once again, the New Zealanders, in an effort to try and lift the run rate, trying to turn it on, and that one's gone straight square and in the air, and the South Africans in the outfield don't drop those, and Jonty Rhodes in particular never drops them.
There's a good shot. Fast outfield. Six overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 13. Good shot. And now the man from squarish cover out in the boundary needs to do very well to cut it off. Can't do that.
Oh, he's chipped up. There's a man. That's right down his front. It was over his head. It's a big one. It's 6. Donald, the fieldsman, not long on. He just ripped it up. It was almost a gentle push and went all the way.
Well, certainly very brave and adventurous shot here by Chris Cairns, moving over to the off stump to give himself a little bit of room to chip it over the leg side there, and he hit it very crisply indeed, but there's a man positioned on the boundary.
He's gone again. This time it's square. Won't go for 6, but it'll go for 4 maybe, and that's 10 off 2 deliveries. That's Chris Cairns' highest score in one-day internationals, and he's playing it just at the right time. It's gone again. This is up in the air. This is going. It's going. It's gone. That's a massive hit. 6 more. 50. Well played. That's lofted. That's going over the fence for another big one. Well, there it goes. It's going again. The man's getting under it. He's running around. It's over. 6 more. Beautifully struck. Cairns really hitting the ball with tremendous power. He's gone again. He could be out. He's under it. The first one coming around. It's Donald. Not there. It's safe. They're happy with 2. They're going for 3. Close. Oops. He called. He went to put the finger up. That was very interesting. Thomas at first thought it was out. And he had a rethink. There's the throw. There's confusion here. The heat maybe. It looked out to me. Here it comes. There's the throw, and that will be a judged run out or fined.
Oh, that's up in the air. This will be out. Donald's coming around to catch it. He doesn't drop many. He's got him. Donald has caught it. That was hit high and down into the deep at mid-on. Donald ran around. He had it covered all the way, and at the end of the day, caught it beautifully. Straight down the ground, into the gap. That's a very good shot. And that one's hit the fence. Was it gone over? Yes, it's gone over. The umpire has signalled 6. Blaine's had a go at that one, and he's got it into the gap too. That'll be 4. He's had a go at that one, and that's out of it. Oh, beautiful hit that is, into the stand. That is a magnificent hit, right off the meat of the bat again. They've got some good bats, these Kiwis. Last ball of the innings. Full toss, and he's whacked that one away. It's going down towards mid-wicket. It'll bounce up. The fielder's got him well taken down there, and they come back for 2.
Tremendous performance from them. 7 for 256 at 1.5 for 86 when Great Batch was dismissed, and then that super partnership between Thompson and Cairns, 2 young players, good all-rounders, 111 from 96 balls faced. Good performance there with Blaine 36 not out, 7 for 256. And the bowling figures for the South Africans, they suffered out there in the heat and on the good pitch. 2 for 38 for Donald, a wicket for Matthews, 2 for 59 for McMillan, and 1 for 39 for Hansie Cronje. So this was a stiff target, and then the rain came. There's 66 minutes lost. They regained 15 of them, and Kevin Mitchell Jr. and his men managed to get the game underway after 51 actual minutes lost, and those were the revised playing conditions. 39 overs. The target for South Africa, 229.
It's going to be Chris Pringle from the members' end. Pringle always tied in around about off stump. Hudson chips away, gone. Square leg takes the catch. A gentle chip there, didn't find the gap. And the first wicket is down for 24. Thompson, the catcher. Well played. That's going for 4 despite the wet. Or is it? It's slowing down now. The man coming around for 3rd man. Doesn't get it. Tremendous timing. 7 off the over. Let's get hold of that one. Hit that nicely. And it's going all the way. That's 4.
Grown the bowler. Well, that's right off the meat of the bat. Beautifully played. Hurston flying that one through the gap on the offside. Will it be cut off? The field just a little slower. Oh, he's skidded across and he's kicked it into the fence. So I think that was 4. So Shane Thompson is going to continue now with his off spinners. Oh, and what a magnificent magnificent catch that was. You won't see many better than that. It was smashed back at him right off the meat of the bat, and he has snaffled it to his right. What a catch. He's got that away nicely too. Kirsten really playing very well in the circumstances. Nudged that one away fine, and it just hit the rope.
Well, he did it once, Shane Thompson, by dragging in the catch that dismissed Errol Stewart, but couldn't quite manage it again. That was a beautiful strike. Lovely shot from Hansi Cronje. Gone, caught, and that's very well bowled by Shane Thompson. Little change of pace, even though he'd been flashed down the ground by Hansi Cronje the ball before. It didn't worry him, he just slowed it up a bit, and Hansi Cronje holed out to the man at extra cover. And that's more like it, and it's gone way over the top. A big six.
It's poked away into the gap. That's going to go all the way for 4. Goes for Larson. It's a straight hit. It's going all the way. It's a big one. 4. Full pitch. This time they go for it. Doesn't take the ball for a start. Larson safely home. Full pitch. He's hit that well. There's a man sweeping at cover, coming around quickly. Doesn't get it. 4. Valuable 4. Beautifully placed. Full pitch. Where'd that go? Well caught. Great bats. What a ripper at cover. He hit that like a bullet. 2 hands went around the ball. And that's the end of Cullinan for 37. Well played. He went for the leg side. He's whipped away. Kirsten. That's 4. Beautifully played. It's a big hit. There's a man out there who's got to catch the shore. He's coming around. He's getting under it. He's dropped it. Oh, they'll come back for 2. Could that be the difference between the 2 teams? Oh, that's well. He won't get this one. That's way over his head. Johnny Rhodes finding the meat of the bat. A tremendous over. 10 off the over. 4 for 198. Took off his final over. Where's that? It's up in the air. The man's getting under it. He should catch it. Yes, he does. So Kirsten departs for a magnificent 97. Andrew James takes what could be a match-winning catch. Hands. Swing and a miss. He's out. Caught behind. Got an edge. Hands with a 70. Picks up his second wicket in his final over. So that's a big blow for New Zealand. Well, South Africa need 14 off the last over. They certainly need a 6 here. Change of pace quickly by sort of slow balls. Where's that guy? He's bowled him. Pringle strikes. First ball to McMillan. He's out first ball, and New Zealand hot favourites. 3 balls remaining. He's hit it well. He's hit it long. The man's coming around. He's under. He's wiping his hands. Yes, well caught. Rod Latham takes the catch.
This is the last ball of the match. And that one just pops away on the onside. And so they end up 8 down for 219. New Zealand have won this match. A fantastic victory from their point of view. Well played.
It's a most exciting game of cricket. Kirsten made 97 from 107 and 37 for Cullinan from just 32 balls, and a very, very good performance there, and an even better one from the New Zealanders who held them at bay. Pringle 3 for 38, I thought, bowled really well from his 8 overs, but Thompson, who had a great all-round match. A very, very good performance. Now, the teams for today's contest, the Australians first of all, Alan Border, then Taylor, Boone, Jones, Mark Waugh, Martin, Healy, Rifle, McDermott, May, McGrath and Shane Warne, the 12th man. And South Africa have been hit by injury. Hansi Cronje and Gary Kirsten, they may well open the batting later on. Darryl Cullinan, Jonty Rhodes, Dave Callaghan, Brian McMillan, David Richardson, Pat Simcox, Richard Snell, who's a very interesting bowler, bowls big leg cutters, Dave Rundle, Fani de Villiers and Errol Stewart is the 12th man.
Could be out. There's a man down there. It's going over his head. Simcox is going all the way at 6. Does it clear the rope or not? Umpire asking the fieldsman, Simcox, 4. Got him. Taylor trying to cut the angle. He's clean bowled. A very good breakthrough. And it's that man, de Villiers again, leading for the front for South Africa. Taylor clean bowled for 12. That's 1 for 20.
Snell the bowler. Good shot. Boone smashed that into the gap on the offside. It's running away to the fence. Don't bother chasing that one. Bowl short outside off stump to David Boone and he'll murder you.
And mid-off won't get to it. Pat Simcox. And the ball going under the sight board. It's very clever play there by Dean Jones. Just moving around in the crease before Cronje delivered the ball. He realises there's no fine leg. Which again hits straight. Rundle at mid-off, but he can't get there.
Boone dries beautifully, used his feet, opened up the gap at cover. Superb stroke. He brings up the 100 for 1 here at the Gabba. He's playing very well indeed, David Boone. Each time he sweeps, gets it fine. Maybe Red Byes going all the way. A bad over from Simcox. It was a bad delivery. They wait for the call. It's 4 off the bat. In the air, out, straight to mid-off. That's the wicket they need. And McMillan, Boone driving, hit it straight to mid-off, in the air. Rundle takes the catch, and Boone is out for 45. That's a big one. The man's out there. Oh, he mucked it up. He didn't go for it, Kirsten. He didn't attack the ball, and the feeding that went for 4, that was almost a chance. That's in the air. There's a man down there. He should get this. He's under it. He's gone, and once again, Mark Waugh gets out softly. He's such a great player, and he chipped it straight down the ground. The long off come around, and Mark Waugh cannot believe it.
Well, he's got that one away, and Simcox is on his knees.
I'll get it.
It's a very confident call, Rich. Just be careful of the spinning finger, mate.
It was a lovely blow from Dean Jones. Good footwork. He didn't get in so close to the ball that he couldn't hit it high. Well done, well caught. No fuss, no bother. And Damien Martin goes for 23. Dave Rundle bowled it well. That's as good as smashing it straight down the ground and into the side screen on the full. And under it, got it. Very well caught. Gary Kirsten's the man out at long off. We were just talking about him. And Border has gone. Now the Australians will have to start another partnership. Oh, well done. Healy gone. First baller for Ian Healy. Dave Rundle takes the catch off his own bowling, and the Australians, they're not actually in trouble, but they're just struggling a bit now.
Jones in the 90s. He's gone. Clean bowled. A good delivery, and Rundle could be a match winner here for South Africa. 4 wickets, a nice delivery. Jones driving, a fine hand. A great comeback by Dean Jones, but certainly a very good bowling performance. Good throw here, be close. Very close, he's got him. Good cricket. South Africa defending well in the final overs, not conceding a single. McDermott run out. A very good throw and pick up. Final delivery. Rifle on strike. Gets it at the square leg. They surely go for 2 here. They do if the throw is good. It's going to be very close. Out. So Rifle run it off the final delivery.
That was a wonderful performance from the South Africans to keep Australia down to that figure, 230. This is the way their card looked after the innings. 45 to Boone and 98 to Jones, 23 for Martin, and then it all fell away in the face of some excellent South African bowling and fielding. They stuck to it very well in tough conditions out there. Dave Rundle, the other off-spinner, good tactics from Hansie Cronje here. 9 overs, no maiden, and 4 for 42.
And into the gap. That's the one he was aiming for last ball, and this time he's got it away nicely. And it will reach the fence too. So the outfield here very fast. They needed that boundary as well. South Africa no wicket for 23.
He's gone once too often, Ian Healy. And Hansie Cronje will be very annoyed with himself for that. Having done it once and been very successful, he's gone to the well once too often.
That's a good edge. It's going to race away for 4. 10 off the over. It's 1 for 56.
He's hit that in the air. This is going to be caught straight down Rifle's throat. Yes, it is. Well, he's decided to go for it, and it's gone high in the air. Rifle down there, a deep long on. Made no mistake that time. Oh, he's got him, caught behind. Yes, a big nick there, and that time no problems for Healy. He managed to get onto that one. He's played and missed quite a lot, Kirsten, and that was a very big nick, and that was a good catch.
96 matches for him now, just 4 more than Rodney Marsh, and he's gone past Rodney Marsh's figures. Trouble here. Oh, must be gone and forgotten. Border's missed a couple of times earlier, but that was the crunch one. Brilliant work, poor call. He's caught and bowled batsmen from every country in limited overs games, and now he's done one from South Africa. Brian McMillan, yet another victim for the Australian captain.
Those first 15 overs, it's a great opportunity to score boundaries. Also, in the first 30, chasing a total such as this, you need 7 or 8 fours, if not a 6 in there as well.
Oh, that's well done. Now then, he hit into the ground. For a second, I thought he did. And the umpire is shaking his head. Border doesn't like it very much. I must say, my first reaction was that he hit it down. Oh, that's got to be close. Yes, he's got him. Playing right across the line, desperately trying to get some runs there, and Border shying down at the other end as the ball came down to him, but that was plumb LBW. Again, a big appeal for LBW, and again he's given him LBW. Simcox can't believe it, wandering down the wicket, and just having a little glare at the umpire as he goes past him. South Africa now need another 62 runs off the remaining 30 balls, with only 3 wickets in hand. Now Rhodes is on strike. And big appeal there, yes, and he's given him out. That one's gone way down towards mid-wicket, over the top as well. Yes, it's gone all the way, so this is really what was needed quite a long time ago. That one's gone way over the top of the boundary, down a deep mid-wicket. Out, caught an extra cover, straight down his throat, and the Aussies really are on fire now. Damien Martin simply diving forward there and taking that catch, no trouble at all. Got him, first ball, straight to backward point. Border's got him, and so Rundle out caught first ball on his debut, and Australia have won the match.
182 for South Africa. Top score, Kirsten 51, Jonty Rhodes made 46, and then it all fell away because they lost 5 for 14 in just 16 balls, and Glenn McGrath had his best ever bowling figures in limited overs international, Australia winning by 48 runs. McGrath's figures were 4 for 24 in 8.5 overs, and a very, very good effort from him. Now the teams for this match here today, Alan Border and Mark Taylor, then Boone Jones, Mark Waugh, Martin Healy, Rifle, Warne, May and McGrath. Damien Fleming, who was drafted in to take the place of Craig McDermott, who is injured, has a knee injury. He's been made 12th man. The New Zealanders, Ken Rutherford, Brian Young, Rod Latham, Andrew Jones, Mark Greatbatch, then Thompson and Cairns, who did very well up in Brisbane at the weekend, Blaine, Larson, Pringle and Richard de Groen at number 11. Chris Harris is the 12th man.
Gone straight down his throat. Poor shot. Good ball though. It was just on line. And Mark Taylor takes the catch. Rod Latham out for a duck. It's 1 for 4. Big shout. Got him. Yes, across. McGrath straight and low. Big blow for Australia. It's 2 for 13.
And there's 4 more for New Zealand. Taylor and Border, the 2 close-in fielders. Those men have to... Oh, that's going to beat the man into the fence. Not by much, but just enough.
Ball him. Thumps her down the wicket he came, getting frustrated, I think, trying to get a move on with things, and that one's deflected onto the off stump. He's got that one away, and what's more to go for 4? More like the great match we saw playing in the World Cup.
He's hit that one pretty well. One bounce and into the fence.
He's asking for it. The batsman doesn't want to go. Healy is congratulating Warne. And then the Australian captain went through all this at the weekend. And he's got that just over his head, and only one bounce into the crowd. There it is. Well, that's very, very good. Wonderful piece of bowling.
Ian Healy, he's got him off in a hurry and in time to beat Shane Thompson back. So Thompson, I think we can mark him down as a better player of the quicks than he is of the spinners. Shouts of catch, and Ian Healy has done exactly that. Just a little top edge. So Alan Border has done the trick.
Got him. That's the end of Tony Blaine. A very simple return catch. Not hitting through the line, Border getting down on one knee. And New Zealand are now in trouble, Michael Whitney.
And the simplest of return catches to Alan Border.
7 for 155. Border over the fence he goes. He's a good hitter, this lad. Right up into the bay. It's a big one. Goodbye, Alan. And 16 off 21. He's on strike to McGrath. It's gone this time. Silly shot. Goodbye by McGrath. They're not too much with Cairns trying to hit over cover to the short boundary. There was a big nick there. And McGrath doing a great job for Australia and his captain. Beautifully bowled. Right on line. Change of pace. Over goes the house. Superb effort by McGrath.
Can we see a big 6 here? 1 ball to go. Larson on strike. He's got 23. Well pitched up. He's hit that one, and over the top she goes. What a way to finish for New Zealand. Slightly over-pitched that one, Rifle, and Larson has smashed it up onto the hill.
He did get close to the 200. Just 2 runs short of it. That was a tremendous blow. This is the card, 9 for 198. 65 for Rutherford, and Great Batch made 50. That was quite a valuable partnership there, Larson and de Groot, and they put on 30 from 26 balls faced. And the bowlers just reflect what a good job the Australians did. McGrath, 10 overs, 3 maidens, 3 for 29. And the spinners, Tim May didn't get one, but Warne and Border picked up 4 between them.
Yes, no, and trouble for Taylor. So he's gone. And that's a bit of a cowboy act, but it's not going to change the result for Mark Taylor. Pringle continues. That's a good leg glance. Outfield pretty quick. David Boone really just letting that one glide off the face of the bat. That's a lovely shot. He's certainly got those dancing feet, Dean Jones. Once again, Richard de Groot too short, and he pays for it.
Oh, good shot. Smashed that into the gap. Doesn't bother to run. What a lovely shot that was. In the air, this is going to be out. Yes, he's going to catch it. He has to. Yes, he's got him. Jones is out. The Kiwis are going mad. Jones trying to whip that one away on the leg side. Gets a front edge straight up in the air. And so they've struck.
Richard de Groot at the round weekend, and he's a very, very good one-day bowler. Gavin Larson has returned some excellent figures in his career with the Kiwis.
Oh, shot. Magnificent shot by Boone. He loves that cut shot. And that's his 3rd boundary.
Boone whips that, and that's 4. It's a confidence builder for David Boone. Beautifully timed. His 4th boundary. That's well played. It's over his head. He just made it. And it races away for 4.
And he's got it right through Mark Waugh. Just the man that New Zealand wanted.
Well, you can't do any better than that. That one might have stayed down just a little bit, might have hurried on to Mark Waugh.
And he's improved with the spinners bowling now. That's good work by Chris Pringle and good footwork. And once again, umpire Randall has called for the videotape replay. Good footwork.
He went, a lot of misunderstanding between the wickets. Chris Pringle coming through. That's out. He's gone.
Shane Thompson around the wicket and he's bowled border. So New Zealand really are going like the clappers here.
Yes, they're certainly jumping out of their skins now. They realise that they can sniff victory. And to get Alan Border like that, and for only 1 run.
This is the little cat and mouse game that's on now. Ian Healy knowing that there's some gaps in the offside, trying to back away and give himself room outside the off stump. If he does that, he's playing a dangerous shot.
In the air and over the top. That's very well placed by Healy. It's running away down to the middle boundary for 4. Now that is a very, very good shot. Oh, he's got him. Unbelievable catch there, and no ball is called. Well, that is absolutely unbelievable. Now, great batch. He's likely to flatten someone here. Great batch, not happy about that. Well, how could that have been above shoulder height?
An absolutely vital wicket. We'll just see how high the ball has bounced here. And that was a magnificent performance to take that catch one-handed.
So New Zealand finding it tough out there.
Very good stroke. On, caught, brilliantly caught by Blaine. There's no slip there. And that would have gone to a wideish first slip. Ian Healy has gone. He'll go off the field with his runner, Dean Jones, and New Zealand right back in the game.
Pringle. Boone cuts. He's got him inside edge, and now New Zealand are favourites. This man Pringle's done the job. He clean bowled Mark Waugh. Now he's knocked over David Boone. Big shot. He's given him out. Pringle strikes again. He's a match winner. Chris Pringle. Rifle LBW, and New Zealand in with a big chance.
27 to be got off 21 balls and just 2 wickets remaining.
That's Warren's go. It's a big hit. His man's out there at 6, is it? 4 into the fence. Bowled in. Beautifully bowled the Yorker. Over goes the castle. New Zealand playing beautifully here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Gone. Pringle cleans up the tail. A fine win for New Zealand. They're only defending 198 runs. That's a great victory.
67 for Boone and 48 for Healy. Their partnership was worth 77. The rest just fell away, and the bowling figures for the New Zealanders: Pringle 4 for 40, Richard de Groen 2 for 34, a wicket for Cairns and 1 for Thompson. A wonderful performance, good all-round team effort there, backed up by some brilliant fielding. The teams for this clash here today: the New Zealanders, Ken Rutherford, Andrew Jones, and this young great batch, Thompson, Harris, back in the side, the left-hand batsman and all-rounder. Chris Cairns, certain to give a good account of himself here on this fast and bouncy pitch. Tony Blaine, Gavin Larson, Chris Pringle, a hero from Sydney the other evening, Richard de Groen, and Willie Watson is the 12th man for the New Zealanders. South African side: Hansie Cronje, Peter Kirsten and Gary Kirsten. Looks as though they'll be opening for South Africa. Then Johnny Rhodes, Darryl Cullinan, Dave Callaghan, McMillan, Richardson, Matthews, de Villiers and Donald. Richard Snell is the 12th man.
Well, big appeal there for LBW. Yes, he's got him. Straight away, Donald has struck. Jones across and in front. Donald looked as if he had that one bang on target, and he has struck here, LBW. And that's got him caught behind. Yes, given out. Well, he didn't want to go, but he certainly has got closer, and that one seemed to me to deflect a long way, taken very low down, and perhaps out of disappointment he stood around for a while, but Young out caught behind.
And with New Zealand's two most experienced batsmen there in Ken Rutherford, the captain, who's done a very good job as captain, and Mark Greatbatch. They must build a very good partnership here.
Oh, it's gone straight up. Who's going to catch this one? It's Miles in the air. Hansi Cronje wants it. Will he get it? Oh, he's dropped it. I cannot believe it. The man himself has gone and put it down. That went up Miles. Two slips, the gully. In the air and into where third slip would have been. So that's gone for 4.
It's 2 for 24. Matthews to continue. Charge, and he's got it. Beauty. It's going all the way over cover. That's 6. Mark Greatbatch at his best. Thick edge over the top. That's 4 more. Rutherford playing that shot well. That's a very good shot. Brilliant shot. That'll be 4. It's gone. Good bowling. The angle was there. Thick edge. A vital wicket for South Africa.
A big shout, and he's gone as well. Shane Thompson is out, and Dave Richardson is having a picnic behind the wicket.
Certainly is, and the South Africans, as they did in the Test match in Sydney, are coming from nowhere.
Beautifully struck there by Chris Cairns. And that boundary bringing up the 50 for New Zealand. And that's another boundary. Not quite as convincing as the first ones for Cairns. And that's gone onto the stumps. So the late cut has brought about Ken Rutherford's downfall once again.
Well played again. And will he dive? No, he won't. Fall in behind it. Big mistake on this ground. See what I mean? Oh, he's hit that beautifully. Way down towards square leg. Long boundary there, and into the fence it goes. Oh, and what a shot that is. He has blitzed that through the offside field. Oh, and is there a big appeal? Yes, he's got him. He's struck. O'Donnell's man has struck. Callaghan has taken the wicket the South Africans needed so badly. Just a little nick through to the keeper, and that's the end. In the air, no slip. They deserve it. No slip there. They've got to win this match quickly and comprehensively.
When there's life, they're still fighting.
That's a very good hit. It's going to go all the way down to square leg. Couple of bounces into the fence. That's a fraction short, and he gets the medicine. A real treat, but that's 4. Fine shot. Matthews falling for the 3-card trick, then dropping it in short.
In the air and down the ground. Yes, that padding up business when it was first introduced. Oh, there's a big appeal, and he's been given run out. Well, what a throw that was. Once again, de Villiers into the action. That throw down the non-striker's end. In fact, to the far end it was, and it went flying down there, right over the bails. Off came the bails, and the umpire gave it. Out. He really did miss-hit that one. Straight to wide mid-on. No one behind him. Miles of open territory over the top. Oh, yes, there we go. It wasn't quite a Yorker, but those stumps are shattered. They've gone flying all over the place. Bales in the air, and Pringle on his way.
Gone. Yes, off the rebound. Good effort by Donald. Sharp and straight. Catch was dropped and through to first slip. It took it on the rebound. So they bowled New Zealand out for 150 in the 45th over.
Top score there, Tony Blaine, 32. 29 not out to Chris Harris, 29 to Chris Cairns, and 25 to Kenny Rutherford. But he'll be disappointed with that. They really needed to get through the full 50 overs. The South Africans correspondingly be well pleased. Their bowlers did a good job, and they were backed up in the field Wonderful throw from Farney de Villiers to get Tony Blaine.
The players close fluttering around. That breeze is very strong across the ground.
It's a good shot, square the wicket. Because they're very strong in that region. The outfield lightning fast. Pringle giving 110%. Knocks it into the gutter. Great effort by the big man. He's a goer. Brown smashed away backward a point. The run chase is on in earnest now. That's 4 more.
And that's providing no better example.
Oh, yes, is that out? Yes, I think he is. Good catch, too. Trying to paddle that one away nice and fine. I think it may have just nicked his glove. Might have been a bit of bat and glove in it, but a good catch by Blaine, going a long way down the leg side. He's very agile.
Charge. Good straight hit. Nearly cleaned up the umpire. But a very good clean hit, the first from Hedges Cronje tonight. That's a good clean hit. One bounce into the fence, hitting against the breeze. Kirsten's in trouble. He's out. Direct hit. Harris makes amends with a direct hit. And that's the end for Peter Kirsten. And Great Batch is down, backing up at cover. Immediately, the speed between the wickets. And that's 5. The first 5 this summer. 4 overthrows. That's what happens. And you put the pressure on when Johnny Rhodes comes to the crease. Oh, reverse sweep. Beautiful, beautiful. 4 runs. Exciting young cricketer. This young man, only 24 years of age. This time he hits straight. McGrawan, no hope at all. 4 more. First sweep in the air and he's gone. Too fancy. Cronje out for 40 of 34 balls with 6 fours. It's in the air. The wicketkeeper will go for this. Tony Blaine, the man to ground's coming in. He's under it. And he's caught it. Good catch. It was high. The wicketkeeper was making ground, but Richard de Ground coming in with the breeze holding it up. Good catch. Charge, it's in the air, he's gone. Captain's getting under Rutherford. There's another wicket to Pringle. Doing very important balls, these. Very important for New Zealand. 2 runs required. Could be it. I'm not happy with the single. Scores a level. 31st over. To wide, and that's it. A very good victory by South Africa.
It's 50 for Peter Kirsten, 31 for Gary Kirsten. Hedges Cronje 40 from 35 balls. Then wickets fell in the chase for runs, 5 for 151. The New Zealand bowling figures, well, Chris Pringle's there again, 8.3 overs, no maiden, 3 for 24 when the bats were flailing out there. And a wicket for Shane Thompson, he had 1 for 19 from 2 overs. The teams for this game, first of all the Australians, down bottom right-hand corner is a significant one. Alan Border is 12th man. Up in the top left, Mark Taylor is captain. David Boone, Dean Jones, then the 2 wars, Martin, Zura, Rifle, Warne, Fleming and McGrath. Tim May is not playing here today. And the South Africans, they're led by Hedges Cronje, Peter Kirsten, Gary Kirsten, Jonty Rhodes, Darryl Cullinan, Dave Callaghan, David Richardson, Richard Snell, Craig Matthews, Farney de Villiers, Alan Donald and Errol Stewart is 12th man.
Oh dear, he's down and out. That's a nasty one. Didn't move either way, just stood there, Peter Kirsten. That is a nasty blow. Glenn McGrath looking away. It's a sad moment for both batsman and bowler here, but that was poorly played, but it was certainly a very sharp delivery. It's a good shot, and that's 4.
Not the 4th time. That's a magnificent shot by Hedges Cronje.
And taken at second slip. Very good delivery there from Paul Rifle, a bit of bounce, and once again that movement away from the right-hander. Hedges Cronje really doesn't cover off stump. properly when he's playing back. Beautifully hit. Now that is the long part of the ground, but it's going to reach the fence, so we're not going to see how many Jonty would run in that area. This time Kirsten picks the gap, and it is very fast over there.
Good shot, straight down the ground. Certainly get themselves two. They'll come back to the third. Is it going to go to the fence? Yes, it is. Into the fence for four. Fast outfielders. Well, that one's gone straight down the ground. He really got underneath it a little bit. One bounce, two bounces, and into the fence. Oh, it's close. He's given him. I tell you what, I thought for a second he might have got home, but that missed us. What a good effort that was by Warren. Picked it up in the half volley, and that's brought a smile to Stephen Waugh's face.
That's a good shot for four. Gary Kirsten has clubbed that away down the ground through mid-on.
Bad ball, and it goes away for four. Wait for the call. Four off the bat, six off the over, 2 for 117. He's got that away nicely. Good pull shot in the gap. Damien Martin won't get that. Four more. Too short, Damien Fleming. In the air, chance of an out. One. Yes. Look at square leg. Was there any call? No ball, no. It's a regulation out. Went for the pull shot. And once again, Cullinan getting out just when he appeared to be set. Mark Waugh to Gary Kirsten. A big shout. He's got two in a row. First of all, off the short pitch delivery, they ran through, and the catch was taken by Warren. And the very next delivery, Gary Kirsten flashes, gets an edge. So Mark Waugh picks up 2 wickets and 2 deliveries. It's well fielded. Brilliant, brilliant. Could be a run out. Very close. Gone! Magnificent! Brilliant fielding by Steve Waugh. Backed up by his brother. That is A-grade cricket.
You're awfully excited, Bill, at that, but you're right. Absolutely superb fielding there. Well stopped by Steve Waugh, just backward point, or really in almost a gully position.
That's a good shot. That's into the gap. That'll go possibly for four. Rifle gives up the chase, and for once they find the gap between point and backward point. Goes for it in between the gap of Jones, and that's going to go all the way. Good shot. That's the way. Got him. Beautifully bowled. No doubt about that. That's the deception and the brilliance of Shane Warne in the final over from the river end. He's got one through him, trying to cut, spun on, wrong or the top spinner, and he was plumb. He's gone, stumped. Oh, beautiful bowling and good work by Tim Zura. Not trying to hit the ball, just walking into it, Craig Matthews. It's like a waltz with no music. It must go for it. That's the way to start it. That's four. Richard Snell with a good, clean hit. Good stuff. Must put back to ball. He does. It's a good hit. Mark Waugh defending. They'll go for 2. So a good over for Richard Snell. 12 runs off the over.
They got 208 with a top score of 55 from Gary Kirsten. 34 for Cullinan. I thought he played well today. 41 balls. And for the Australians, Shane Warne was outstanding. A very good performance there. 10 overs, no maiden, 2 for 36. Mark Waugh came in, picked up the wickets needed by Mark Taylor, 2 for 26 from 7. And both McGrath and Rifle bowled very well early on.
Down the ground for 4. Slightly over pitched, and David Boone's been waiting for that one. Mid-off and mid-on are quite wide. Got that one away. Yes, he's been waiting for it. It's running away towards the boundary down at square leg. Into the fence it goes.
He's gone. Tim, you've got your first wicket on television. Good
Not
catch
too happy
there.
either.
Going to second set, Boone's out. A very good ball for Snell. A bit of lift there, and they've finally broken through South Africa. Well driven. Not quite off the meat of the bat, but very fast outfield. Hands of Cronje putting in the big ones. It's going to be very close. 4 runs.
There's a good shot from Mark Taylor. It's not quite in flowing form yet, but that's close enough to it with the ball racing away and gathering pace through the extra cover region. Gone. Outside edge. That's why Snell is such a handy man. He can be expensive, but he gets wickets. He bowls good leg cutters and away cutters, and that was the one that just left Mark Taylor a fraction. Found the outside edge, and Richardson has taken the catch. A valuable wicket for the South Africans. Gone. Safely caught. The Australians are in trouble. Matthews has done it. He's broken through and picked up the wicket of Dean Jones. McMillan on as a sub-fielder for Peter Kirsten. At a very, very safe pair of hands. That's a good shot for 4. Anything that gets through the infield has a very good chance of going for 4. Doesn't always happen.
Got him. Yes, he's got him. What a good performance that was. They put the slip in, and he has struck again. Callahan bowling that quicker one just outside off stump, hit the edge of the bat. Boy, did they need that wicket. Got him. Caught behind. Yes, off you go. Out caught behind. Callahan's done it again. The South Africans are right back in the action here. Callahan once again picking up 2 wickets. Boy, when it matters, he turns it on.
Got him. There goes another wicket. Martin out for a duck, slashing it wide delivery. Handsy Cronje cannot believe his luck. And really, Australia now are on the back foot. A tremendous performance by the South Africans. Tempered Yorker, and it's through. Good shot. Just haven't got into the ground. There's 2 chasing, but it'll be 4. 8 off the over. A very good comeback. 6 for 106. Big shout. He's got him. Zura's judged LBW to De Villiers. The crowd booing here. Disappointed Zura, but that's the wicket they needed. It's now 7 for 109. Well bowled. Chance for run out. It's gone, is he? There's going to be a photo finish. Bill Sheen going for the replay.
There's been a lot of chaos running between the wickets here. That's out.
That'll be 4. That's fairly close. Yes, he's gone this time. Now it's the batsman who's not happy. Very difficult to please everybody with a decision. That's pretty well hit. And McGrath starting with a boundary. It's 9 for 125. And gone. So South Africa win both matches here in Perth. Hansi Cronje gives a little salute of triumph there. And Richard Snell, a big part in this victory for South Africa with 3 wickets.
126, and it took only 41 overs to dismiss them. 29 for Mark Taylor, top scorer. Who would have thought that when he was dismissed early on? And 25 from Steve Waugh, and then disintegration towards the end. 126 from 41 overs, and the South African bowling figures, well, they reflect exactly what happened out there. Donald bowled well, but without success. De Villiers 1 for 23 with 1 or 2 harsh words or glances between him and the umpire. 3 for 26 for Richard Snell, who I thought once again bowled very well. He's a hard worker on the ball and bowls big leg cutters. 2 for 20 for Craig Matthews. Cronje 1 for 17, and Callahan 2 for 15. Welcome to the highlights of the final preliminary game in the Benson Hedges World Series. This is the match between Australia and New Zealand at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. A game New Zealand must win, as is shown by the points table. The Australians have 8 points from 7 games. The New Zealanders on the bottom there, 7 from 7. They need 2 points from this match to go ahead of the Australians and the South Africans. If they lose, they'll still be on 7 points, but the South Africans have the best run rate of the two teams, 0.06 against 0.29, each of those a minus figure. Now, the teams for this game, the Australians, Border, Boone, Hayden is in the side, Jones, Waugh and Steve Waugh, then Healy, Rifle, Warren, Fleming and McGrath. Mark Taylor has been made 12th man, and Tim May is unable to play because of an ankle injury. The New Zealanders are putting their faith in Ken Rutherford as skipper. Rod Latham comes back into the side, Brian Young, then Jones, Greatbatch, Thompson, Cairns, Blaine, Larson, Pringle and Willie Watson is in, and Chris Harris has been made 12th man.
That's a great start by Hayden. The first ball, he hammers Paul to point the outfield slow. It's a long boundary. They'll run 4. If it doesn't go into the gutter, listen to the roar of the crowd, and it's 4. It's a good shot, and it's in the gap. Beautifully placed. Hayden on fire. That's 4 more. Well bowled. Big show's got him. Willie Watson, a big breakthrough. Good captaincy as well. He took the slip out, he went for the slash. And that's a vital wicket for New Zealand. Jones off the mark. So New Zealanders are pumped up with that wicket. Cairns fires the ball back to Tony Blaine.
Oh, he's got it through. Well, he went a long way across then and decided he was going to try and play it fine. It was very well played, actually, by Boone. Trying to nudge it away fine there. All he had to do was beat the fieldsman there, and he was going to get himself 3, which is exactly what he did. Good shot from Dean Jones, too. He smashed that one away. Will this one get to the fence? Yes, it will. Well, this is much better. Australia really have got bogged down, and they're now beginning to rectify things.
They only picked up the 1 wicket. That's a danger sign for New Zealand. There's a big hit. That was always coming. That's a big one. Going down the long on. Bounces and into the fence for 4. 6 off the over. It's 1 for 88. 50 for Boone. His 3rd this summer, all against New Zealand. It's a charge, he gets away with it. Over the infield, slow outfield, that'll be the 5th boundary of the day.
Well, there's 1 man under it. You only need 1. Oh, and he only just got it. How's your heart beating, Kenny?
Well, I think he's very relieved now, that's for sure. So is Chris Cairns. So David Boone, who's done a wonderful job for his team, he's got out probably at the wrong stage.
50 for Dean Jones. Not quite as big a reception as when he walked onto the field after Matthew Hayden's dismissal, but it's not far off.
Yes, I think we've got a good match on our hands here. That's the man who's been largely responsible for the way New Zealand have rectified their problems this summer.
That shot over the top of 1 off. 1 bounce. And off the over. Good recovery there by Mark Waugh. 2 for 170. 1 off. Jones looking for the 2nd. Coming back. He's got to be in trouble here, surely. Slow throw. Too slow. Safely home. He's calling for the camera. Maybe not. Photo finish.
The question is, did he get his bat down? Did he run his bat in or not? Well, he's going. Yeah, he's going off towards the dressing room. I think he realizes that he didn't get his bat down. Let's have a look. In comes the throw. Did he put his bat down? Got his bat down. He seems all right to me.
Watch the hands on the ball. He's owned by a mile. What's he doing over there?
Well, he's enjoyed it too. He's gone running back onto the ground.
Once again, he's found the open spaces, and it's pretty well hit. Should get 4 all round. Jones taking strike well outside leg stump. Long on. And he takes the catch. Chris Cairns, the man down there at long on. So Pringle has rectified that situation. He's now got a wicket. Steve Waugh will have to face the last ball of what has been an excellent over from Pringle.
Certainly nothing worse for the fielding side or the bowling side to concede 20-30 runs off the last couple of overs, but New Zealand have certainly restricted that.
So he finishes with a dot ball, and he's going to make sure they don't get the bye.
So it's 217 for 3. The Australian innings didn't lose too many wickets, but I think the New Zealanders will be quite satisfied with that.
This is the way the Australians looked. 3 for 217 with Hayden out for 13, Boone 65, Jones 82 and Mark Waugh unbeaten on 45. Steve Waugh faced just that last ball of the innings. 3 for 217 from 50 overs. There were 3 wicket takers for the New Zealanders. Pringle 1 for 45, Watson 1 for 33 and Cairns 1 for 53. So New Zealand need 218 at 4.36 per over. It's going to be a difficult task, and I can tell you there will be some jangly nerves in the Kiwis dressing room and right round New Zealand for that matter.
It's going to be McGrath from the members' end, and good evening, Ian Chappell.
Evening, Bill, and that's the task ahead of New Zealand if they want to make the finals.
Good batting lineup, New Zealand. They do bat down, but I do think the slow outfield is a problem for New Zealand this evening. It's a nice start. Always nice to get a run off the first ball. Brian Young working the ball down to fine leg. That's a good shot. That's what needs to be done. It was wide. He went after it, got a thick edge, and it raced away for 4.
And off the edge. That was well pitched up too. Seems we have a little problem with our telestrator. We'll get that fixed in a minute. 6 runs off that over. Good one for New Zealand. Good shot. Right off the meat of the bat. Right into the gap. Won't get to the boundary though. Back to the 3rd. And they've collided down there. Are they coming back for the 4th? No, they've decided against it. Well, they fell all over each other. Oh, well played. Lovely straight drive. Worn into the action again. Not quite getting a hand to that one. It really has rolled all the way down there. Boone's going to pick it up behind the screen. And only 3. That's the onside field. Up in the air it goes. This will be out. Is there going to be a collision? No, there isn't. This time they did call for it, and Warren's got it. I think he said, yes, mine, you better believe it. No trouble at all.
Unfortunately, it was a pretty big shovel that Rod Latham dug the hole with. Couldn't quite get him out of it. Tried to use an axe to get out of it and didn't get hold of it, unfortunately, for New Zealand.
LBW. Al Fleming is struck. 2 for 60 New Zealand.
He'll spin a bit of wizardry again, no doubt.
This has immediately got encouragement with some turn. 3 runs off that over. It's 2 for 63. That's well run by Young. And Rutherford's in trouble, yes. Must have got a very late call, Rutherford. And so Rutherford is gone. And that'll bring great bats to the crease. Not in exactly the circumstances that New Zealand wanted.
He's a capable hitter. He's the linchpin for New Zealand right here and now.
This time he goes over cover, but he did that very sensibly. Hit a real skimmer. And Healy had a chance there. Great patch for some reason or other wandered out of his crease.
Short, fine leg there, Alan Border.
That's beautifully hit, but long on is there, and Great Batches hold out. So Border has won that little contest. Great Batch has hold out to Paul Rifle.
Oh, he's got him, no problems, neck and crop, take that. Clean bowl, Young out for 43, having used up 96 balls. In the air and just past Border. It was right off the meat of the bat, so I think Cairns has declared himself. Thompson now beginning to hit out as well. Oh, big appeal there. Yes, he's got him. Out LBW. He pitched that one up. He was really just hobbling across in front of his stumps. I think he was beaten for pace as well, but that would have knocked all three over.
Struck that beautifully. Chips it over the cover field, and they pick up 2. He goes again. This time it's further. It's nicely placed. They should get 3 here. It's good running. It's 2 good positive wafted drives from Chris Cairns. It's well struck and nearly caught. Boone at cover. We've got a hand to that. A great save. Looked to be in the air. 6 for 121. Shane Warne to bowl his 10th and final over. 2 for 23. And what a series by the young leg spinner. That's a good hit. There's a man coming around. He should get it. Yes. Matthew Hayden, a fine athlete. Tony Blaine trying to hit Shane Warne over cover. The spin deceived him. He got a bit of an edge. And Matthew Hayden took a fine running catch. That one, the man's defending, he's coming around quickly, he doesn't get it, 4 more. Beautifully struck by Chris Cairns, he gave himself some width, hit that, tremendous timing and power. He's given him. LBW, Cairns trying to work it down the leg side, it's very full umpire Steve Randall, judging him LBW, the second wicket for Damien Fleming. Rifle comes in from the southern end. It's in the air. Here comes McGrath. Will he catch it? No, he doesn't. He's not the best fieldsman in the world, Ben McGrath. He's new to international cricket. He's grasped 1 or 2 and he's still fumbling out there when you're playing in front of 61,000 Victorians at Bay 13. It's never easy. Pringle gone. Rifle gets 1 through. Big Pringle is out for 6. So the end is near for New Zealand. It will be an Australia versus South Africa final starting here on Friday. Big shout for caught behind. They're walking off, and Willie Watson's walking. Didn't wait for the decision from umpire Parker. So that's the end. New Zealand bowled out for 166. That was a comical dismissal. Willie Watson just decided to go. Rifle picks up his 3rd wicket in a very good win by the Australian side, defending 217. They've bowled New Zealand out for 166.
The New Zealanders weren't good enough, bowled out for 166 in 47.5 overs, and the Australians won by 51 runs, a massive margin in what was really a fairly low-scoring game. A crowd of 62,000 people here saw Brian Young make 43 and 39 for Chris Cairns. They were the bright points, but they got away to a bad start. 37 from 80 balls faced for the opening stand, and then 23 from 59 balls for Young and Jones. And the middle order couldn't really recover. The Australian bowling, very, very good. They were backed up by some brilliant fielding. McGrath 1 for 48, Rifle 3 for 35, again bowled well. So too did McGrath, so did Fleming. 9 overs, 2 maidens and 2 for 15. Steve Waugh, 10 overs for 36, and Shane Warne was quite magnificent. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 28. No one had any idea what to do with him out there, and he bowled quite superbly for Alan Border. The first final of the best-of-3 series in the Benson Hedges World Series. This is between Australia and South Africa at the MCG. And these are the teams taking part in the final. The Australian side first, Alan Border and David Boone, then Matthew Hayden, Dean Jones, Mark Waugh and Steve Waugh, Ian Healy, Paul Rifle, Shane Warne, Craig McDermott Glenn McGrath, and Mark Taylor is 12th man. Tim May is unavailable because of his injured ankle. The South Africans, they've gone in without a spinner. They've made Craig Matthews 12th man. He's been bowling pretty well. So it's Hansie Cronje, Peter Kirsten and Gary Kirsten, Jonty Rhodes, Darryl Cullinan, then Dave Callaghan, Brian McMillan, David Richardson, Richard Snell, Farney de Villiers and Alan Donald. And Craig Matthews, I say, is 12th man. We join it now in the second over. It's none for three. McGrath is the bowler and Peter Kirsten is taken straight.
Bad start. No ball by Terry Pruitt, square leg. Maybe that was intentional. The batsman with the fractured jaw on strike. He dug one in very short.
Yes, that was a no ball for sure.
Wide. McGrath feeling the pressure in his first final. Alan Border pumped up there, the Australian captain at mid-wicket. Oh, fine shot, beautifully played. It was short and it was wide, and he's gone after it, right off the meat of the bat. Peter Kirsten, a key player in this final series. He's a veteran, very experienced cricketer. He's gone, dropped. Shane Warne at first slip, dropped a dolly. That really was a straightforward catch. McGrath, his hands on his hips, that was short. He just offered the bat to it and it flew straight to Shane Warne and he put it down. It's in the air and it's safe. That'll go for 4. So these boundaries very important for South Africa. A good flying start, but not a lot of confidence there. He just fended the ball away and it flew wide, a slip. No wicket for 13. Nicely driven. It's a beautiful shot. Timed to perfection. Going down to long on. Going all the way.
Yes, those are the shots he's going to wait for. That slightly over-pitched delivery, he plays absolutely beautifully. His brother needs a bit of room, but Kirsten can make something of this. Those are the South Africans up there.
Once again, Peter Kirsten produces that on drive. Borders perhaps going to have to think about placing the mid on a bit straighter. Gary will get back for 4. That's well run. He knew that if there was going to be 4 there, he had to be going to the danger end and ran very hard. Oh, that's a great shot. That's well hit. So this is a very good over for South Africa. That brings up the 50. None for 53, South Africa, and Peter Kirsten in trouble here. The Skyer, Ian Healy under it, and takes a comfortable catch. So Steve Waugh has made the first breakthrough as Tony Gregg and Richard Hadley come into the commentary position.
Thanks, Ian. Big blow this for South Africa. They were going along at about 3.5 and over, and the Australians had struck. It looked like a slightly slow one, trying to flick it away. Top edge went straight up in the air, and watch Healy here, really never took his eye off the ball, and into those gloves it goes. It's 3.38, the strike rate so far for South Africa. Over the top, good shot again. You can't bowl too short to Gary Kirsten. He picks him up there pretty well, and he's done it again. Good shot into the gap on the offside. That's racing away down to the boundary again. That's a beautiful shot once more by Kirsten. It's a long, long boundary down there, but they'll come back for 4 all run. What a good shot. Good running. Oh, he may have just been short at a hit. And once again, they've missed, and that one's running down towards square leg. Lots of overthrows here. Back they come. Well, the Aussies so often hit, they're missing at the moment. Let's see how close this was. That's a frustrated Border too.
This is his first ball.
It's a wide. Didn't it spin though? Hansie Cronje was looking for the pull shot, and that spun a mile. It's gone in the air. It's in the gap. That's beautifully placed. Intelligent hitting. Come back for 3. That's excellent batting by the South African captain, hitting against the spin. Gary Kirsten drives well into the gap. Could well be his 52nd highest score in one-day internationals, and what a fine player this young man is. Happy with the 3, so 50 to Gary Kirsten. Brilliant. Superb first man on border.
Down the ground it goes. That's a straight hit. It's a good hit too. One bounce and into the fence for 4. Well, Kirsten's playing a little gem of an innings here. One down the ground. It's going to be out over his head. He's coming too far. He came running in. It was over his head. He perhaps misjudged the flight of that one. It looked for a second if he'd mishit the ball, but it kept going.
And looks pretty cool in the crisis at the moment.
Right off the meat of the bat. This is going to be out. He's over his head too. Got him. Got him. He's out. Caught in the deep. Hansi Cronje has gone for it. He's trying to hit it over the top. Dean Jones is down there, and the crowd has come alive. Whoops, he's dropped it.
Flipper and beautifully hit by Gary Kirsten. Right off the meat of the bat. A great shot. It's 2 for 177.
Oh, good running. 50 stand between Rhodes and Kirsten.
And there's a chance here. McDermott coming around, but it lands right between the 2 fielders. And taken by Ian Healy. Quite a thick edge there to a change of pace from Glenn McGrath. Jonty Rhodes is gone, but he's been involved in a very good partnership with Gary Kirsten.
Been good cricket, although Johnny Rhodes was flailing the bat a bit out there.
Well played. They'll get 2 here. They need lots of 2s. Comes the throw, and that's over the top. Should they get 3? Yes, they will. This is very, very untidy Australian fielding. You don't often see it. Kirsten. Away he goes, and that's 100. Yes, that's a magnificent innings by Kirsten. 100 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of a huge crowd under real pressure, and everyone here will give him the applause that he deserves. But this has been a fantastic innings. One's going down towards third man, and a big dive, a big effort there, but unfortunately things aren't going their way today. Into the fence. Oh, and there's going to be a run out here, surely. Oh, he's fumbled it. This is the way it's going for the Aussies. They really have been dreadful in the field. Border got it up there. It was a half-volley take for McDermott, who was rushing back to the stumps. He fumbled the ball, and so that allowed the batsman to get back in. A little full toss throw there would have been the order of the day. That one smashed away down towards mid-wicket. Hayden's coming round. Got him. Yes, he's got him. Hayden's good in the outfield. He's fielded very well today, Matt Hayden. He moved very quickly there, and to his left, it was flat and hard, and he took the catch. So Hayden into the action there and doing it well. 2 balls to go this over. Backs off. It's in the air. Someone's going to catch this. Jones is coming in. He'll never drop it. No way in the world. He's got him. No trouble. Dean Jones comes in front of his home crowd, hovers underneath the ball, takes the catch. And so, unfortunately for Schnell, it's all the way back to the pavilion. 2 balls to go in this innings. McDermott, the bowler. Well bowled. Slow one there. So, 1 ball to go now. And he's got to go for the big one. So the last ball of the South African innings. This is the first final. Running for it in any event, and McDermott following through, settling for that run. So that's the end of the innings.
That is a very, very competitive total put up there by the South Africans. 5 for 230. They did it well. Lovely innings from Gary Kirsten. He's improved all the way along since he came out as a replacement player. 5 for 230. The Australians struggled a bit in the field. They dropped 3 chances. Warren dropped 2 and McGrath 1. McGrath came back at the end and picked up 2 wickets, 9 overs, no maiden, 2 for 52. So the Australians need 231 to win. It's quite a big asking rate. It should be a very, very good contest. South Africa, slight favourites.
Swing and a miss, first ball. A little bit of outswing there. Boone looking for the cut. It's a good start by Boone. He jams down on it. Snell's coming around, picks it up. That's the single. Forward delivery. It's his strength. It's a very good over. Runs so far, all good strokes. It's gone over McMillan's head and it race away. That's what you need. McMillan, a fine slipper, couldn't get there for the mark. 4 runs.
Shot. He plays that shot beautifully. He's been trying to get onto it today, hasn't often got it away in front of square, but that time right off the meat of the bat and into the concrete. Shot well fielded. That was really hit like a rocket. And once again, Jonty Rhodes diving full length to his right that time and getting a hand to it. Oh, he's got him. That's the slightly quicker one. He's dragged it back onto the stumps. That's a huge wicket for South Africa. Hayden beginning to look dangerous. He's just got one off the inside edge, rolled back onto the stumps. And so the end of Hayden out for 20. So anything could happen here. Jones on strike. Snell the bowler over the wicket. And straight away off the mark. Out of their seats they come. Jones back looking for the second. He'll certainly get him going, the fieldsman. 3 runs and a wicket off that over. Oh, he's down. Well, we've seen that happen a few times this year. It's very hard down there. Now, I wonder if he's gone over on the side of his back foot as well.
That won't do a lot for his confidence.
Off the edge, well bowled. It's run away, though, down to third man. This may get to the fence. Yes, 4. 4 to Boone.
In the air and caught. What a catch. Hansi Cronje coming across with the one hand. A match-winning catch. It could be the difference between the two sides. A brilliant piece of fielding. And good evening, Simon O'Donnell.
Evening, Bill. Good evening, everyone. And that's what makes World Series Cup Finals cricket. A fantastic captain's effort from Hansi Cronje. This ball just holding up a little on Dean Jones. You can see he didn't get the full bat on it. A fantastic captain's catch. Just what South Africa ordered. Not what Australia ordered. That puts a lot of pressure back on them. The second wicket's gone.
Have to be quick. And I think Boone is well aware that he's in trouble out there.
Yes, they've hit, and there's no doubt Boone here knows he's out. I reckon he's out by a yard. Let's have a look. He's in. There comes the ball, and the stumps are hit, and he's way, way out.
That's nice and fine. That's exactly what the Wars want. It's got away from the man down at deep third man.
That's good placement. Edged, and Dave Richardson has taken the catch, and Alan Donald has done the job that his skipper asked him to do.
Well, that's the plan. That's why he was brought back. It's taken him a couple of overs to get the break through, but it's quite a significant wicket, that one. Well, that is a very important wicket, Mark Waugh, who's just starting to pick the tempo up a little bit. Well, that's a classic delivery, actually. That's why a slip perhaps should have been in there. So Donald's happy. The South Africans are delighted. The breakthrough's there.
38 overs gone. 4 for 145 against 2 for 160. South Africa, who eventually made 230. Order is 11. Take a strike to Snell.
Hit that down the ground, right into the gap. It's running away to the fence. Beautiful shot by Border. Is he rising to the occasion? In the air, this is going to be out. Yes, and what a tragedy this is for Australia. War trying to get that one over the top of mid-on. Kirsten comes running in. That's Peter Kirsten. And there was no way that he was going to drop that one. So Stephen Waugh, 27 off 36 balls, just beginning to look dangerous with Border. And the pressure coming on, trying to hit it over the top, and hits it up in the air.
It's rather a strange shot. It's the sort of thing Snell does. He gets so much work on the ball, and it's 5 for 150.
That's in the air. This is going to be out too. Oh, they're going to... Oh, the collision. Got him. Yes, great catch. Running away. Fantastic catch. That looked as if it may have been Kirsten. Was it Peter Kirsten again? Kirsten running away, diving and taking that, going away from him. And just for a second, he looked as if he hurt himself a little bit there. It is 49 balls remaining, 69 to get. Into the gap, on the offside, running down towards the boundary there. Will the fielder cut it off? Yes, he will. Just. It's well played, right into the gap. So that was a good over for Australia. 7 from it, 6 for 165.
It's a good hit. The gap, they whisk through for 2. Border coming back to the third. That's good running. Very good over for Australia. So Rifle and Border firing up. Border, the non-striker's end. Knocked him over. That's beautiful bowling. 2 misses and then the Yorker. Richard Snell doing a great job for South Africa.
There's Paul Rifle disappointed there, but it was good bowling. A couple that bounced just wide of off stump, and then he got that one right up in the block hole, exactly where he needed to be, and crashed into middle stump. Paul Rifle, after very good resistance there, he goes for 18. Knows exactly what he wants to do, places the field accordingly.
Shane Warne talking to himself, saying, come on. Got him. What a catch. What a gem of a catch. That is a ripper of a catch. South Africa on fire at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. They are a very good team as McMillan takes a diving catch.
Well, they said that McMillan was the best slipper in the South African side. And he's taken a terrific diving catch there at cover. There's a bit of hesitation by the batsman to just get the nod from the umpire that the ball had been caught. Warne hit it pretty firmly. Millen diving away to his left and showing that he has got a tremendous pair of hands.
2 overs to be bowled. Richard Snell around the wicket to Border. Beautifully bowled. What a superb delivery. Knocked him over with the perfect Yorker. That is great bowling.
Yes, he certainly changes the plan of attack, Richard Snell, once he gets into the late overs. Pitching it right up there in the block hole and crashing into the stumps twice. Got rid of Paul Rifle. That one just angling back, just swinging back a little bit in the air. And the end of a very good innings from Alan Border, out for 42.
Oops, he gets a neck. Could have been 5. And it's going to go for 4. Well. McGrath getting the edge, and Richardson, who's kept brilliantly, maybe just a fraction late. Got him. A great effort. 5 wickets for Richard Snell. 5 for 40 off 9.5 overs. And that's a great victory for South Africa, defending 230. They've bowled Australia out. A good all-round performance.
The South Africans much too good there. They set 231 as the target for the Australians, who fell 28 runs short. A big crowd, 70,000 people here. The bowling of the South Africans and their backup fielding was simply too good. Richard Snell, 5 for 40 from 9.5 overs, kept the Australian batsmen very much in check. Conditions here at the SCG absolutely ideal. Temperature around about 25 degrees. Capacity crowd, absolute sellout, and a wonderful atmosphere around the ground. The 2 captains at the toss declared these teams. First of all, the Australians, Border, Boone, Hayden, Jones and the 2 Wars, Healy, Rifle, Warne, McDermott, May. Both spinners playing, Shane Warne and Tim May, and Mark Taylor is 12th man once again for Australia. The South Africans, Hansie Cronje, Peter Kirsten and Gary Kirsten, then Rhodes, Cullinan, McMillan, Richardson, Snell, Simcox, de Villiers, Donald and Craig Matthews, 12th man. The South Africans have brought in Pat Simcox, the off spinner as well. The pitch looks as though it'll take some spin, although Tony Greig said it was just about ideal for batting. Alan Border won the toss and decided the Australians would go in first, which allows them to defend a target. And we join play now in the 5th over. 7 runs on the board. Alan Donald is the bowler. Matthew Hayden is taking strike. Your commentators Bill Laurie and Tony Greig.
That's good bowling. The question is asked, is outside the side of the leg, something to throw at the bowler's end. Well, that was bad cricket by Donald, knocking that ball away from the man backing up. A little bit of panic there. They need some runs, Australia. Good call by Boone. Hayden a bit slow at the box. That's a good shot. That's where David Boone is strong. Donald getting offline for the first time. The outfield very fast. Look at Hayden go between the wickets. Happy with 3. Beautiful shot. There'll be 4. That's where he's strong. A beautiful drive of Matthew Hayden. Either through the off or on sides. Superb stroke. It's a good shot. Beautifully placed. It's wide of the man at 3rd man. Casual pick up by Donald. Hayden coming back to the 3rd. It's going to be close. It's close. No, the throw was a fraction wide and risky 3rd run. Donald very slow picking up that ball, and Hayden was back for what could have been a very close 3rd run.
One of the things the South Africans have done well, they've kept the ball relatively well pitched up.
It's beautifully driven. That's 4 more. This is a very good start by Hayden and Boone. 9 off the over. It's no wicket for 31.
Gone. Well caught at mid-on, Richard Snell. And we've seen Matthew Hayden get caught at mid-on a number of times in one-day matches.
Yes, that's a sad blow for Australia. Matthew Hayden really starting to look the goods there. But we've seen him dismissed a number of occasions like this, hitting across the line of the ball, just spooning a catch up there to mid-on. Australia loses its first wicket. A jubilant Alan Donald.
In the air and straight to point. Jonty Rhodes accepts the chance. So just when Australia looked as though they were getting on top via Boone and Hayden, those 2 gentlemen are now back in the pavilion.
Well, David Boone will also be disappointed with that. Usually his bread and butter. That one maybe just bounced a little bit or was a little bit slower than what he expected, and he spooned the ball square to point where that man Jonty Rhodes does not miss a trick.
Dean Jones is taking strike. And that's wide of the man at 3rd man. That's a good shot for 4. Well shot. All right. Challenge issued by Dean Jones. Let's see what McMillan can do about it.
It's a slightly slower one and nicely played. He can't afford to be short there. Smashed away to the boundary. That's the shorter of the 2 boundaries. Brings up the 100 for Australia.
This Cronje bowling his 5th over. He's already got 5 overs out of Simcox.
In the air and dropped him. That is a dolly. Well, I can't believe it.
It's well driven. They'll find a gap. They go all the way. Simcox is slow. It's just slowing up. They could run for it. Here comes Jones. Not prepared to take them on, and rightly so. .50 for Dean Jones. His 3rd this series.
Raised his bat to the hill and out to the Bill O'Reilly stand, and a very appreciative Sydney crowd. Dean Jones has burst back into the scene, played some very good one-day innings.
De Villiers back into the attack, so They're looking for wickets, South Africa. Fine 50 for Mark Waugh.
A very timely half-century by Mark Waugh. Absolutely brilliant player and one of the favourite sons of this crowd here at the SCG's home ground.
It's well hit. It's beautifully played. Found the gap in the air. That's what's needed. That's his best score this summer in the one-day internationals. He's in 56. That's a better shot. That clears the man. That's going for Paul Moore. Taking him on. And that's what you need to do to Alan Donald. Here's the quickest of the bowlers. He's coming onto the bat.
Oh, he's having a go now. That's running away towards the boundary as well. Yes, another 4 to Mark Waugh.
It is, well, it's more than a chip. It's a blasting chip.
So once again, it's going to be Hansi Cronje. Stepped it down the leg side, and that'll go for 4. Into the fence. Yes, he tried to get the Yorker in there that time, and just a little bit of bat on it, went flying away fine.
It's around about 45 degrees, and there's no man close in on the onside. Just one man. And there it is again. Bowled in just the wrong spot. Played in just the right fashion. Hansi Cronje has a little bit of thinking to do. Either that or he's going to show himself to be a very stubborn man. This is the 45th over. 2 for 204. Jones has strike.
Well, that's in the air. This has got to be out. Hansi Cronje's under it. He's got it. Well, they've got him at last, and Jones looks around over his shoulder there. There may have been a comment or two, but the fact of the matter is that he's played a little gem of an innings. 79 of 112 balls, and most of the crowd here giving him a standing ovation. Same direction, better hit. Into the fence it goes. What good placement that was. A magnificent shot.
It's got him. Steve Ward trying to hit Donald square. Gets the stumps knocked over. It's an important wicket for South Africa to stop the 12 runs, being a new batsman to the crease. Intention was clear, but the ball was just full and too quick.
Donald got the 2 successes early for South Africa. And that's comprehensively bowled. Tony de Villiers to bowl 2 from the Randwick end.
Good hold this one. There's a man down there. He's coming in. He should catch it. Yes, the end of a fine innings for Mark Waugh. 107. That's an important wicket for South Africa. Keep them under, say, 240. A standing ovation. Gets it away square. There's a man. They should only get a single. Donald picks up and gets it back quickly. He's in trouble, surely. He throws wide. He's home. Gone. Caught behind. De Villiers picking up another wicket. All so important in the final overs. Border trying to smash down the ground. Got a thick edge straight through to Richardson.
He always bowls, his natural delivery is with a little bit of off-cut, Tony de Villiers, and then occasionally he bowls the slower one, which is also a bit of an off-cutter. Richardson taking a comfortable catch there. De Villiers has his 2nd wicket.
Final delivery. Rifle chips it away. They'll go for 2 more. Maybe 3. Ian Healy not coming back. So they're happy with 2. So 50 overs. Australia are 6 for 247.
Wonderful performance from the Australians there. At the halfway mark, we reckoned round about 220, and they've got another 27 on top of that. I reckon that's about 5 overs in hand of the South Africans. This is the card at the end of their innings. A lovely innings from Mark Waugh, 107 from 111 balls faced. Jones, 79 from 112. The rest, a little bit of hustle and bustle at the end and wickets thrown away. Nothing you can do about that, but a good performance, 6 for 247. And the South African bowling, Alan Donald 4 for 40 from 10 overs, a very good performance from him. And Fanny de Villiers 2 for 39. They both did very well. 248 required, 4.96 is the asking rate, and that is a very, very stiff task for the South Africans. I'll tell you more about that. Here's Tony Greig, and alongside him is Ian Chubb.
The members' pavilion and the ladies' stand on this lovely evening here in Sydney. Into the gap again. May is having to do some chasing today. He's after that one. He'll probably just get it before it gets to the fence. And then he's going to have to look up, and it's got a long way to go. Borders, no, it's not. It's Boone backing him up there. It's yours, David. No, it's yours, Alan. And it's a long run too. Will it go? This could be a nasty. Peter Kirsten's really struggling, and are they going to go? Will this one get to the stumps? No, it won't.
It's a great shot, beautifully played, found the gap. There's 2 men, 3 men in that region, and Gary Kirsten went right between the middle of them. Oops, he's gone. If Boone can hit, he's gone. That's always on. Kirsten took a long time to turn. Peter Kirsten run out for 11. David Boone with a left underhand hit, and that breaks a tremendous partnership.
It's certainly a very important wicket too for the Australians. A lot of hesitancy there between the two Kirstens. Peter Kirsten looking to take the quick single, starts to move down there. A stop-start from Gary Kirsten. Then there's probably a no answer. And Boone did the right thing. He ran in a few metres just to make it a little bit easier to have the direct hit onto the stumps. Well, he did it. Kirsten's run out. That's a waste for South Africa. So he's been run out for 11.
Stephen Waugh. There's that slower one and just past Waugh's right hand. This one's running down towards the screen very fast, the outfield down here. Well, that was certainly in the air. Waugh couldn't quite get his finger back at it. Good! Got him! He's out! He's just chipped that one up the mid-wicket. So Boone into the action again, and May has struck. Frustration creeping into the South African batting lineup. They really have been nailed down by the Australians, who are playing good cricket out there.
That's well bowled. It's 2 for 79. No slip, therefore you don't deserve a wicket. The batsman gets an edge. The batsman's going to play you and cut you and just open the face of the bat. And so far this is an expensive over. 2 for 87. Straight down the ground, a good stroke, brilliantly hit. That's the sort of thing the South Africans need. Hansie Cronje down the track and driving Tim May, not allowing the ball to spin. McDermott again, he'll have to be quick. Oh, he's done well. The ball was all but past him. Another wonderful piece of bowling. Healy keeps brilliantly to both May and Warne. It's one of the features of Australia's cricket. And Warne has broken through, and that is a crucial moment. To get into the middle of the South African batting order was essential for the Australians.
Again, Cronje using his feet to come down the wicket there has been deceived, and really Healy had a very easy job at the end of the day. And the bowling quite exceptional at times.
Got it in the end. It was Shane Warne's flipper. It's done for Darryl Cullinan once again, but only by a whisker.
It's the 4th time that Shane Warne has dismissed Cullinan. Tended to drag it down far too short, and really Cullinan, he probably did the right thing. Probably felt it was 6 runs. Miscued it. Look at that, Steve Waugh. Bit of a juggling act there, but the end result is what counts for the Australians. Shane Warne will take the wicket.
Oh, the quicker one, and he's got Brian McMillan. Brian McMillan gone for a duck, and the flipper strikes again.
Yes, he looked very pleased about that too, Shane Warne. I think he set Brian McMillan up for that one. And McMillan trying to play the pull shot, and is quite rightly described by Richie Benno, not that long ago, skids on a little bit quicker, and absolutely no doubt about that at all. That is as plumb as you can get it.
He's picked the gap in the outfield there. That's good play from Jonty Rhodes.
And over. Well, I tell you, he might be a little guy, but when he hits them, they stay hit. Oh, and that should have been caught. It just hung up there a little bit. I think it confused Rifle a little bit.
1 for 35.
Oh, yes, there's no way you can get it out from there. So Border is struck. He's been angling the ball in, and Richardson has been trying to cut him almost every time, and that one was just too straight to cut. He may have just chopped it onto the stumps, but one way or the other, the stumps are down.
That's clever bowling. It's good top spin. It left Richardson for dead, looking for the spin. But very good bowling from Alan Border.
And Jonty Rhodes on strike. He's really going to have a go. He's hit that one beautifully over the top. It's bouncing down towards the boundary at deep extra cover. It won't quite get there. And they're looking to come back for 4. Will they? Yes, this is good running. Oh, once again, Jonty Rhodes has done well. Scored a 50. And he's done it in 56 balls. Very well played. Oh, yes, that's gone. Craig McDermott striking. Jonty Rhodes compromising in his effort to try and pull something out of the bag here. Well, he succeeded in scoring a quick-fire 50, but I'm afraid to say when he came to the crease, it was almost an impossible task.
Now Alan Border.
That's a good shot. Straight down the ground, right off the meat of the bat, and no problems with that one. He'll keep hitting him as straight as that. Nicely hit again. That's a good bat he's got. Right off the meat of it again. Hitting straight and hard. Oh, and he's jumped over that one. Smashed back at the fast bowler. They're going to come back for the second. No, this will be a run out. Yes, he's gone. Well, this is the sort of thing that happens at the end of a one-day game when the batsmen are desperate, running out of overs.
It's well hit. It's a Snell, a very good hitter in lower order. Got him, over goes the house, the middle stump. McDermott going very well in his second spell. Australia coasting towards a big victory here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. So it's going to be 1-all after 2. Oh, what a catch, a ripper, and that's the end. Another wicket for McDermott. A beautiful return catch, just the one hand.
69 runs the margin, 178 all out in 45.5 overs, and the series is squared. South Africa won the first match, the Australians now have won the second, and a very good performance it was too. Jonty Rhodes made 52, and Gary Kirsten, who's having a terrific summer after coming out as a replacement player, 42 from 51 balls. The rest couldn't come to terms with the bowling. McDermott bowled very well, and so too the two spinners, Tim May and Shane Warne. At the moment, South Africa won, Australia won. These are the teams listed today by the two captains when they walked out onto the field. Alan Border, David Boone, Matthew Hayden for Australia, then Dean Jones and the War brothers, Healy, Rifle, Warne, McDermott and Tim May. Two spinners again for Australia. Mark Taylor is the 12th man. South Africa, well, they've made changes. They have Stewart and Callaghan and Rundle in. Cullinan, McMillan and Simcox are out. McMillan is the victim of food poisoning. That's bad luck for the South Africans. He's a very, very handy all-rounder. Conditions just about perfect here at the SCG for this deciding final. Barney de Villiers is bowling. David Boone is taking strike. Your commentators, Bill Laurie and Tony Gregg.
He tried the pull shot. Oh, and that's poorly fielded. Doesn't give away a run, but that's not needed. Oh, here's a chance, surely. It's got to be out. Got to be out, that one. Have a look at that on replay. Well, unless Hedges running at even time.
Don't worry about the replay. He may as well keep going. That was out by miles. There it is. You'll see this. It was out from the minute he set off. All he had to do was hit the stumps direct, and the man you've been giving such a hard time, Callaghan, moves in there. What a good job he's done. All over.
So the third umpire giving Hayden the benefit of the doubt, and certainly there was some there. That's through. Breaks the shackles for Matthew Hayden. 7 off the over. It's no wicket for 18.
Good drive from David Boone. He's very good straight down the ground. The outfield's pretty quick. David Boone getting the width he likes, but he doesn't waste too many of them.
He's got him toe on the line. That's well bowled by Dave Rundle. He's broken through again, as he did up in Brisbane on his first appearance in these limited overs international matches.
He's got that into the gap. It's going down to the boundary for 4, right off the meat of the bat again. That brings up David Boone's 50. A loose ball there from Rundle. But that is his strength. There's no doubt about that. That's a great shot from David Boone. Not a very clever ball from Snell.
Caught at mid-off. So Dean Jones is sent on his way by Alan Donald. Alan Donald having picked up his wicket once again.
Very hard for a batsman to keep jumping down the wicket to pace bowlers and hitting the ball in the middle of the bat and through the gap. Dean Jones gives it the full flow of the bat, but you saw the bat twist in his hand.
And caught at point again. David Boone has been getting out in that position a number of times lately because he doesn't hit the cut shot down.
I was just about to say that the Australian batsmen haven't found runs easy to come by, and the main reason is that the South Africans have bowled pretty tight. Just a bit of room there for David Boone.
That's good placement. Finding the short boundary. And he's found the gap at mid-wicket again. 10 runs off that over.
And a few more shots like that from Stephen Mark Waugh.
On here.
And there it goes. That's what the Australians didn't want. They needed this partnership to flourish. They needed Mark and Steve Waugh to keep going. And Steve Waugh has gone.
Mark Waugh just beats the man at mid-wicket. Goes for 4. It was in the air. So it's all happening at the Sydney Cricket Ground. He's got that one, though. He went to the well once too often. And that's 4. Well, they won't dive. It's a good straight hit. Should go all the way. Yes, that's what happens. You give them a chance, they take a mile. Border hitting that cleanly and straight. It's in the air. It's going all the way. It's 4 more. That's beautifully timed. This time he's wide of Dave Callaghan at long off. Superb stroke.
5th ball. And he's hit that one well too, but the sweeper's running around. He'll cut it off. They'll end up getting 2, but Waugh comes back for his 50. So a magnificent innings by Mark Waugh. Oh, he's hit the stumps. A big appeal there, and Hunsey asking the umpire again. I tell you what, that was very, very close. Now, he's asking, yes, he's talked him into it. He's talked him into the replay. And I suspect that Waugh reckons he's out because he's starting to wander away. Have a look at it.
Yes, that's what talked Steve Randall into calling for the videotape replay, because Mark Waugh was on his way. He knew that he was out. The replay shows that he was out. Hansi Cronje pointed to the fact that Mark Waugh was walking, and he's going to be walking further now.
Nancy Cronje pointing out towards his fieldsman down there. The 1-2 borders out of noise, running down the wicket. Doesn't want it. That's out. Is it? No, it's not. He's got back. Yes. Oh, no, he wants a replay. Well, Healy is in no doubt. He's on his way. That was my first reaction. Let's have a look.
Healy was going for the second. I'm not sure why, because Border was never coming for the second. The replay, the relay throw shows Ian Healy well short. So he's gone as well. 2 run-outs. And that's what South Africa have been looking for, some wickets.
A bowled him. Border going for the big one. Clean bowled. So Border out for 30 off 26 balls. A real quick fire knock. Huge cheer from everyone here. One's gone off the edge. It's going down to third man. Rifle will come back for the second. Will the throw be good enough to get him? Yes, he's got him. So Rifle run out, going back for the second off the last ball of the Australian innings.
That was a very good performance from the Australians. At one stage it looked as though they mightn't make any more than 200. I reckon they got another 20-25 runs there on top of what might have been the case. The South Africans came back at them very well, and that is an attainable total for the South Africans. They need 224 at 4.48 per over. A wonderful knock from Mark Waugh, 60 from 53 balls. And the South Africans, well, their fielding let them down, but the bowlers did a good job. Donald 1 for 40, de Villiers 2 wickets, 1 for Cronje at a cost of 35, and Rundle 1 for 53 off 7. This is going to be a wonderful contest here at the SCG.
He's hit that one through the field on the offside. So Peter Kirsten dragging his leg down the wicket, hoping this is going to go to the boundary. It won't, and so they'll end up settling for 3. Will they go for another one? Yes, they're going. Will this be out? No, it won't. I think he's got home. No, he's asked for a replay. Another replay. Well, he's still on the ground. What do you think, Richard?
Very close. That's why there's a replay, Greggy. I'm going to sit on the fence here. But if South Africa lose a wicket here through this, it is very foolish indeed. And that looks to be safe. Safe, Tony.
Well, they have to give him in. Having given the other one in, it's neck. It's exactly the same as Hayden's. No different. Let's have another look. He had to bring it back a long way. Got the stumps there. The bails aren't off yet. They're not off yet. The bails are still on. The bail. Oh, yes, I'm afraid he's got to go. Well, he's gone.
It's a good shot. Oh, it's chance. This is a chance he's given him. How was that run out without backing up? Slack cricket, you should always get back. The ball deflects from McDermott into the stumps, and that's a real cruel blow for South Africa.
It was an interesting one there because Hansie Cronje gave himself out. Steve Randell hadn't given the decision, and Hansie decided to walk off.
That's another one. That's 3 for 26. South Africa falling in a big heap here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Paul Rifle picks up the first wicket for the bowlers here tonight. A straightforward and simple catch. It's a good shot. Well played. That's what's needed.
Richie and I are now accompanied by the current affair host, Ray Martin. Welcome, Ray.
Thanks, Ian, very much, Richie. Nice to be here.
Big appeal there from Ian Healy, and he's gone. So Shane Warne has done the trick in his first over.
Well, just a matter of inches. Craig McDermott was the man coming around there. He's a good fielder and a tremendous trier. Almost made it.
That's a lovely shot. Looks like a very competent onside player, Dave Callaghan.
Straight down the ground. Well, that relieves the pressure a little bit. That breaks the sequence of 18 singles. Into the fence it goes. So good shot.
Nancy Cronje in the middle, putting the hand behind the head, but he won't be that relaxed.
It's in the air, and that's out. They needed that one, and they've got it. Going for the sweep shot. Looked to me as if it probably hit the back of the bat. Went straight up in the air, and Healy made the catch. So Rhodes out for 43, 68 balls, and this is a vital wicket for Australia.
The sweep shot finally brings him undone. Jonty Rhodes has been more than happy to sweep against Shane Warne.
Ian Healy has taken it. So McDermott has done exactly what the captain wanted. Got a breakthrough.
I think it's fair to say now that it's all over for South Africa. In fact, McDermott running in very freely, looked very good indeed coming back in this spell. Started indifferently with the new ball at the start of the South African innings, but he's come back beautifully. Good line, good length.
Oh, trouble at the bowler's end. He's home. Call for the videotape replay again.
Certainly the umpires are relying on the television replay to make some decisions. So let's just have another little look here. Well, I think you'll find that he's okay.
Oh, yes, no. Trouble at the bowler's end. It went right through Craig McDermott's hands and hit the stumps. Mark Waugh, the fielder.
Stroke of good fortune or sheer genius from Mark Waugh, who really is an outstanding fielder. I just wonder what would have happened if McDermott would have had to have stopped that ball. The batsman would have had enough time to get back there, but it really is a direct hit. Look at that, outstanding fielding. The Australians certainly pride themselves on that.
Rundle's hit it hard and just wide of Dean Jones. Big shout, and he's been given by umpire Randall. So Randall gives out Rundle.
And Rundle made it quite clear that he had to get on with it. I suspect that's probably not a bad decision. Would have hit leg stump. Will be playing from the crease.
He's got a top edge. Tim May's getting under it, and he's missed it. It goes through his hands. It goes for 4. Well, there you go. McDermott won't be too happy, nor is Tim May, but it's 4 on the board. That's it. After happens, Steve Waugh spot on target. Picks up his first wicket. De Villiers clean bowled. The end is near for South Africa. Tremendous roar around the Sydney Cricket Ground from 37,000 fans as Alan Border prepares to bowl the final over. Tremendous ovation. They've taken 1, they're coming back for the second. It's good running. Well fielded.
Been some very good fielding here this evening. The South Africans were just a little bit slipshod. This is the last ball.
And that's the end. A very good victory by the Australians. They defended that total grandly. They've outplayed the South Africans in the last 2 finals. Alan Border waving to the crowd. They've given him a tremendous ovation.
Not good enough, South Africa. 9 for 188 with top score there. Jonty Rhodes, 43 from 68 balls. He played very well, and he played the spinners well once again, with good footwork, and some of the other batsmen may need to copy that. 30 for Callaghan and 38 not out to Richardson, but they struggled all the way through after those run-outs. The Australian bowling, McDermott bowled well once again, might still just have a little problem with his knee. Rifle 1 for 32. Steve Waugh, exemplary once more with his change of pace, very difficult to score from, 1 for 39 in 10. Shane Warne 2 for 36 in 10. Tim May 1 for 31. And the last over, the 50th, bowled by Alan Border, 1 over, no maiden, no wicket for 6.
I'd now like to introduce to you the chairman of the Benson Hedges Company, Mr. Alan Turner, to present the cheque and the trophy to Alan Border.
I'm sure It'll give Alan as much pleasure to receive this trophy as it does me to present it to him. Congratulations.
The Australians very happy there, and understandably so, because they've outplayed South Africa in the second and third of these finals.